let's do a quick recap for previously on Dungeons and Dragons, and then talk about inspiration.
I 100% don't remember like the last 45 minutes. I was barely alive. Apologies to everyone.
You were so cute. You were just kind of like napping
it was-
on
it was
screen.
pretty
I
adorable.
felt
I
so
was
bad.
like-
What a trooper! You are here for us. You're gonna make it, but you were
I
just
was-
like doing the mom.
I was
like, I'm just
listening
resting
through
my eyes.
osmosis, but after a while, I was just like, I'm gonna die. Survive.
No one had the heart to say your name the second time. What do you want to do, Michelle? And you're just like,
I
Huh?
don't know. Barely live.
nothing. Nobody say a word.
Like the baby.
So we made it to Sadis,
Mhm.
and their sister is causing a lot of chaos. There we have a diving bell thing that's being made for us, or a dive suit, and she apparently owes everybody money and keeps stealing from us.
And
Yeah.
there's slaves, and
And there's slaves
I
that
let-
I wanted to free, and Renan was
Yeah.
being sneaky and seeing if she could
And
work some magic.
I'm trying to instigate a slave rebellion,
Yes,
but I haven't told them that yet.
and we sold the heads. We turned in the heads
Oh, yes.
for
That's right.
400
Yep.
gold apiece instead of 500 to the lady that didn't want to touch them.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
and I lit a fire to docks. To
Yes.
the docks.
Very
Yes.
true.
That is true.
I remembered something.
Mm-hmm.
I can't think of anything you missed.
We made some money. We spent a lot of money.
Weren't we about to
Mostly-
kill somebody or fight something? Or my brain says
right.
we were going
we were
to.
going
going
to
to
the
the
ship.
docks.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna
Try
step.
and secure a ship.
Oh, ship.
Well,
Holy shit.
so Sari picked up a bunch of slaves, right? She paid for slaves to man
No,
our
she,
ship.
she has not
didn't pay
paid
for
for
'em.
them.
Yeah.
She
She
just put the
ordered them.
order in.
She
Yeah.
ordered them. So I don't know what the fuck she's thinking, because he was like, I expect you to pay promptly. And I'm like, are you selling yourself for this? Because, oh, this bitch.
All
Yeah.
right. So
See?
we pick up there.
I was listening.
Just outside the slave auction in Sadis. Let's talk inspiration really quick, because I think we've been pretty good about it recently, but in the past we have glossed over and or forgotten it. So let's make sure we do that. I think no one used it in the last session or two,
No.
maybe. So or have we hit that inundation point where everyone has an inspiration token?
Renan, do you
I
have
do
one?
not.
Renan does not have one, but Renan doesn't deserve one.
I
So
feel like Renan should get one because she's had the really unfortunate luck of having a shit sister and who's like all bossy and old now and is like withholding on information. And she's got a lot that she's got to work through. I feel like she deserves
I think Renan should get an inspiration token because real life Michelle was practically dead last week.
it. I also think for that reason that you were such a trooper hanging out.
Can we just
There
give
is
out
something to say about
any
effort.
things?
Mhm. Definitely.
I'm normally
effort.
I'm normally not a fan of pity decisions in the D&D world. As John knows, I will fight against them and be like, "No, fuck that. Show
should
up
be
and
dead."
do your job."
Mhm.
All right. So point Renan.
I'd like to see the swirl added to my page. Thank you very much.
You can swirl your own page.
Okay.
All you have to do is click in the inspiration box.
I don't want to ruin this for you, Michelle, but you don't need a man to swirl your box. You can do that yourself.
I don't need it. Yeah, I don't need anyone to swirl my box. I can swirl my own box. But I don't see the inspiration token.
All right, Daddy, you'll do it.
Thanks, Daddy.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. Yay! My box has been swirled. Okay. It's just good morning. Happy Sunday.
All right, so we're walking through Sadis on our way towards the docks. The city was already in sort of a state of disarray with this many pirates and slave traders come to one spot. If you remember the town center, it's sort of just kind of been boarded up, like they expect. Like you'd see in the Northeast, like with a coming storm, just we're gonna just not open for business for like 6 days. We're just gonna board up everything. Hopefully, what's left we can reopen next week. And this is just kind of like a known thing. This comes through maybe once or twice a year, and they just give them the town square to do their auctions. We did learn that the nomarch of this particular city, Atatsunu, is both aware and keen on the idea of the slave auction taking place here. Obviously, probably because she benefits quite heavily from the slave trade originating here in Sadis. She then in turn can send those slaves throughout the empire, making, I'm sure, a fortune on each head. Knowing all that, you guys made the situation, I don't know, depending on your perspective, better or worse by setting fire to the dock landing that takes from sea level up to that 15-foot level mark where the rest of the city is built. By burning it down, chaos, disrepair. There are people still trying to gather their thoughts, gather themselves. Slaves are being reined back in. There were a couple that just saw the opportunity and just ran. And so there are slave catchers just darting off, in different directions of the city. It's Pandelirium. You wanted a situation rife with chaos, and you have created it. This is madness and insanity.
You're
Even
welcome.
the shopkeepers that remained open have now sort of abandoned their shops and just took whatever valuables they can and ran for fear of what an angry mob might do. It is a looter's paradise. You are heading south towards where the shipyards. Well,
If you can do it stealthily. I say we send Renan into wherever the magic shop is and just loot all of the magic items.
I want
Hey,
that
yes.
sword that we saw at the last city.
There we go.
Sorry.
Well,
Keep going.
we can't go back to the last city, but I will literally take anything.
3 days later and 1,000 miles. Looters rules.
Mhm.
All right.
I'll steal. Hell yeah, I would love stealing. I mean, what? I'm not supposed to say that out loud.
Mhm.
We might need it for to pay for all of Sari's crap.
Yep.
That's what I'm saying.
The scene of chaos is unfolding before you. Sari is just sort of on her beeline path straight for the docks, insistent that she has a plan that she needs to, that you guys will understand once she's fully fleshed it out, that this is a master stroke of brilliance, and we just all need to be patient while her plan is sorted. And maybe it's more just, love for your sister than it is believing in this particular plan. But you follow her. Everybody seems to be following her. If nothing else, maybe just to see her fail so you can rub it in her face. Everybody's curious to see what happens next. This moment of chaos and trust and thought about your sister is interrupted slightly. Happy, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh shit.
With advantage.
Advantage from danger sense. Yep.
Okay. Dexterity saving throw.
Nice.
Woo!
Very, very cool. You hear a ruckus,
Damn.
Happy, to your right, and like instinctively you just feel like a spider sense, a bull sense, a minotaur tingle down your spine, and your body just sort of bends, and you turn and look as this floating single-breasted axe whirls just past your head, maybe slightly glinting off of one of your horns as you turn, and you see from that direction a woman and two smaller men, like emaciated thin men bound in chains. She's been beaten bloody, and one of them is missing an arm. Not recently, just he's an amputee from a long time ago. But the three of them are bound in chains, fall in the sand in front of you, barely conscious, and you see that there are 3 or 4 slavers pursuing them, and they had just chucked. You don't think you were the target, you just think you were like the unclear
Mhm.
background that they were almost going to start a fight with. But you could hear whips cracking, and
I'm going to protect these slaves, and I would like to attempt to intimidate them into getting the F away from me.
give me just
The
a
slavers.
yes, yes.
Simultaneously, can I try and steal something from someone in the chaos? Sorry.
Anybody, anything. I just want to get my feet
I mean,
on
I
it.
would like to look around to see if there's some like wealthy looking slaver asshole that I could, just pick his pockets and steal his gold. Her.
I mean, we could just crush these guys instead, but I was gonna try and do these aren't
No,
the
we
droids you're looking for.
Let's
we-
with this in order.
We could do that too. I just am throwing that out there.
Mark, why don't we start with Hoppy's intimidation display as the slavers close to pick up their 3 tethered slaves who are beaten and broken, and as you step towards her, like, the man is trying to help the woman up, and she like steadies herself on your knee as she climbs to her own feet, and there's just, you don't know whether she's crying because there's blood in her eyes
Mhm.
or just because she's just so sad and miserable, but there's that, like, she wants to ask for help, but hope has been so gone from her life for so long she can't even indulge the thought of what it might like to meet someone who would help her, so she can't even ask, but you can see it in her eyes.
Can I do like a strength display? Can I like take the axe that they threw at me and like break it in half?
I'll give you your choice of either performance, which is like a gladiatorial display of your combat prowess, or just straight up intimidation, where you just kind of like flex and roar.
Show us your
I-
tail feathers, peacock. Oh.
Yeah.
If I could use my strength number instead, it'd be +4. So, that's what I meant.
Okay.
So.
Sure. So describe what you do. Describe what this intimidation looks like.
I take the axe that they threw at me, and I find a building next to me, the closest building, and I take the axe and I just bury it up to the hilt in the wall, and then I pull out my sword and stare at them.
Hmm.
The little chocobos. Dancing
How
around.
intimidating.
The axe buries into the wall of the building. Like, they immediately stop. Kind of, there's that like measurement, right, that you've seen a few times before in the arena, where like everybody's always a little intimidated by the big guy in the room, right? But there's that quick combat calculus that always happens of like, is he a fighter though? And they're doing that quick mental math of, yeah, we're fucked. That's a big dude, and he obviously carries himself like a fighter. They take no further steps closer to you, but one of them, on a lanyard, like a small bone beaded necklace, has a reed whistle, and he blows 2 short blasts at high octave. And you can see a bunch of other slavers just begin to emerge sort of out of the chaos of the mobs gathering around him, like almost that's their like reinforcement signal. While that's happening, we're going to jump over to Renan. I'm hot miking somehow. Is that
Yes. I was just gonna say, we need to fix that.
Is it Meg's? Yeah, it's Meg's. There, that should solve it. Thank you. Sorry about that.
No, it's okay.
Sensitivity is fucked up sometimes.
So I don't want to involve any of the people that are directly involved with Hoppy's peacock display. But, if I'm just gazing upon the crowd and happen to see an asshole, I'd like to steal from them. Not Robin Hood style, just bitchery style.
Bitchery. All right, make for me first a perception roll.
Well, okay.
It's the number of the day. Intimidation and perception brought to you by the number 16.
Thank you, Sesame Street.
Looking around, excluding slavers, excluding slaves, excluding family members, um, it's still a fairly target-rich environment. There are any number of people that you could lift from in this chaos who would never know that you were there.
Mhm, mhm,
There are 3 targets that either speak to you because you don't like them or because you think that there's the potential for high yield there. There's a older white sort of merchant, kingpin style guy in very elaborate golden robes with a long bearded or long uh, braided white beard who carries a bejeweled walking staff with him.
mhm,
And there's like just that air of superiority, that air of aristocrats, or aristocracy that just sort of rubs you the wrong way. And he may or may not have a lot of money, but like you just kind of that's your primary target. Right? That's the guy that has way too much and gives nothing to anyone. Adjacent to him, maybe 30 or 40 feet, perpendicular to him, there is a middle-aged woman who is carrying a satchel sort of tightly between 2 arms, but, like, she's deliberately hiding it from sight. So you think that that's obviously something of great value, and because she's being very careful about where she's starting, you almost wonder if that's not something she herself might have stolen from someone else.
mhm,
And so
mhm.
you often sometimes find there to be a test of skill. If you can steal from a thief, that's even more gratifying. And finally, there are 2 priests that have shawled themselves in burlap, but you can see the sigil of Isis on a necklace that they're both wearing, and they are collectively carrying a coffer, like a small, maybe 10-pound
Mhm,
footlocker, and they're
mhm.
just rushing out of the city square, trying to make contact with no one.
Great. Cool. Are they stealing from the church? I hope so. Let's all hope.
Those are
Um,
your prime targets.
yeah, I'm gonna go for the Fu Manchu bejeweled walking stick guy.
So, question, because I was staying in the general vicinity of Renan to make sure that if she got into trouble, she had backup. Am I around her and do I see what she's targeting?
You can make a perception roll.
Okay.
Well, I was gonna say I think
I'm
I'd
gonna
probably
stay
give you.
away from you, however.
Uh-huh.
Oh, I am very
Mhm,
bad at perception.
mhm, mhm.
You can barely keep track of Renan in the crowd as she starts spooling up for her thievery thing. Like she just becomes a ghost. You know this
Mhm.
about her. Even knowing that
Wait.
about her, you're like, yeah, got her. Shit, don't got her.
Mhm.
Fuck,
You're
fuck, fuck, fuck,
welcome.
fuck. And then you start doing the thing. Okay, well, she taught me how to look for a target. So, target. Oh, target. There's just
So many
everybody
targets.
looks like a potential target here because there's just
Okay.
so much chaos. And you think she could easily pilfer from any one of them. At this point, you have like a rough vicinity. You know that Renan is only so fast, so you look at like a 60-foot wedge and go, she's somewhere in here.
Okay. I have narrowed it down.
Right? Yeah, probably not behind you. You think maybe if she had come back this way, you might have seen her.
Mhm.
But otherwise, like in the 180-degree arc in front of you, somewhere around double her speed is, it's you're confident in that vicinity somewhere.
Okay.
The next turn, it becomes almost impossible to calculate.
Okay.
um,
Thank you.
Moving towards Staffy Fu Manchu, Staffy
Mhm.
McStaffy Face. Go ahead and make your sleight of hand with advantage because of the chaos.
Oh, I like this. If I don't make this roll, I quit being who I am. Oh shit. That
Uh,
will not make me happy.
tear up that sheet.
That's not a 16.
No, thank you. Because of numbers, it is
Use your
definitely not a
inspiration.
16.
Yep.
It's not terrible, guys, but it's not a 16.
The lift does not go well. Like through no fault of your own, there's just this moment where like the swell of the crowd ahead of you just stops. At the same time you're going in to lift his coin purse, he stops, and so you sort of like just through momentum alone brush him. Like you don't
Ah!
tackle into him, and so you just brush into him. And there's this super awkward moment where he just turns and looks, and the two of you make eye contact. I need you to make a deception roll.
I imagine this is like Abu touching the rubies and Aladdin seeing him. It's like, no. Oh, fuck. It's not going well. No advantage,
Um,
obviously. Sorry.
You do not immediately allay any of his fears that this is not something, sneaky and surreptitious. He looks at you concerned. You don't seem like a damsel in distress who accidentally bumped into him. You seem like someone who got caught red-handed. Two options. You can completely abort. You just apologize and walk away with nothing, and he probably just accepts that this is a crowd of weird, strange people, that he just bumped into one of these especially weird, strange people. You can attempt to allay his fears and do something to persuade him or deceive him whilst you work your magic, or C, you can just finish the lift and either dart into the crowd if he sees you, or if he goes to pursue you, there's a world where I don't think he's going to see the sleight of hand 15, but he has made contact with you face to face, and this is super awkward now. If he finds later that his pocketbook is missing, he's certainly going to know who to look for. It's up to you whether you tell me how you want
100%
to do.
committing to the bit. I'm gonna just stare at him and just take it and run.
Okay.
Because I'm a fucking badass. So
The sleight of hand is successful. There's a moment that is heartbreaking to you, because while you are able to grab the coin purse from his belt loop, you notice that as you're pulling back, you can see as his cloak parts ever so slightly, at the small of his back there is another satchel, like a hidden traveler's satchel, and you just rake the bottom of the sack with your knuckles, and it felt like gemstones to you.
damn it.
You were so close to a huge payday
Mhm.
here in this guy's hidden gemstones back satchel, but you did get the coin purse while making eye contact, and you just sort of give him the brush off, like, hey, you ran into me.
Mhm.
Fucking guy.
Mhm.
Rich guys
Fucking
think
guy.
they own everything.
Fu Manchu.
But
I'm
you do have
keeping this. What did I get? If you say that I got silver pieces, DM, it's not going to go well for you and I for the rest of today. So
it never counts your money at the table, I think is the expression, so maybe we'll wait just a moment.
yeah, I don't need to know, but I was just preemptively striking and letting you know
Sure,
there
yeah.
better
As soon
be
as you
gold in
rolled the
there.
8 on deception, I knew I was in some hot water. Amon and Oni, you guys have not had the opportunity to take any actions sort of in this intermediate time. Renan's taking advantage of the chaos. Mark is Happy is picking a fight. Is there anything you guys would like to do before either the fight begins, or Renan gets caught, or Sari forces you to continue marching to the docks? The answer can easily be no, if there's nothing that you personally wanted to explore. Otherwise, we're going to go back to Happy.
Yeah, I'm not keen on looting or anything like that.
Oh, the judgment in your voice.
The judgment of the big brother.
How about getting to high ground and keeping an eye out?
That's what you want to do?
I'm gonna stay close to Sari.
No, I am trying to find Renan in this mess.
I'm coming back.
Yep.
You'll see me soon. Don't worry.
I won't be going anywhere or doing anything until she and I are back together. Then we're gonna go beat up some guys and take some gems. And a giant box of stuff.
Okay.
Box is the word of the day. If 16 is the number of the day.
Yep. It is inescapable. All right, Mark, if you can give me just a few minutes, I think if we're going back to you, these guys are going to likely force you into a combat.
Okay.
Once you take your turn in combat, I think you can disappear for 5 minutes pretty easily, if that's cool with everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The fatter, uglier of the 3 men that were pursuing these slavers has just blown his whistle, 2 sharp, high-pitched tones. And they draw swords but don't engage. And you just look around and you can see from the chaos, you see a pattern of just people emerging sort of from this chaos, sort of starting to surround you in this area of the courtyard. Um, not in a way that's intimidating, but Renan is able to rejoin the crowd sort of just as these guys are beginning to encircle you into an area just outside of like the merchant square. There's a restaurant that's currently closed and boarded, a mercantile that's closed and boarded, and there's an area to the north that's like a temporary stage has been erected for slave auction. At the center of this square is a small well, and they like not through intimidation, but just sort of through sheer numbers. You guys have sort of been herded into this square, into this kill box, in a scenario that looks a bit like this. The grotesquely obese one with the whistle um, has a giant curved scimitar. You get the impression that's like probably too big and heavy for him to wield well. It's more a weapon of intimidation than it is him being a skillful fighter with a curved blade. But he just warns you one last time to step away from his slaves, that these are property owned by him and the Sons of the Seven.
And that's this one right here.
Correct.
Okay.
And he says that if you don't surrender them immediately, him and his boys will beat you, turn you out, and maybe you become slaves yourselves.
I count 9. They're obviously lying about being 7. I'm gonna kill.
Yeah, if nobody has anything let's diplomatic question mark to say, I think combat seems inevitable at this point, since Hoppy doesn't seem to want to give any ground. I don't think anybody here is prepared to happily return slaves to them and brushing off the dirt. Here you go, sir, you drop these. Then let's roll initiative.
Those are my favorite words.
I got a 3 for initiative.
Do you want me to
And
play
I
Draco?
forgot to click on my character, so.
Mm-hmm. Yes, Meg.
Okay.
I'd just like to comment, Mark. I really love your romantic mood lighting today.
Mood lighting? I
Yeah.
work in, or I play in the kitchen, so it's just that the kitchen light is on and no other light is.
Mm-hmm.
I like it.
I like it too.
Yeah,
It's very, it's very romantic.
hey girl, thanks for joining me in the kitchen tonight.
Hey, girl, how's your box? Oh, too far?
John, I got a 3, and I forgot to click on my.
Cool. I'll add you. It'll probably take us 5 minutes to get to you at a 3 if you want to go now.
Yep.
Yeah, I'll be right back. Thanks.
Okay.
Sounds good. Thanks.
Turn the camera. See somebody needs to go to the bathroom.
Turn your mic off before you go to the bathroom.
I'm not going to the bathroom. I'm doing my thing.
Definitely turn your mic up before you do your thing. I don't need to hear Mark's smooth jazz thing. All right. Since the response was absolutely not in terms of returning slaves, the bandit captain takes surprisingly a step back and says, "Take them." And the two guys here fire light crossbows at Hoppy.
Ooh.
I think one hits for 4. That's, and the other misses completely. Oh no, it doesn't hit him. His AC
I was
is
like,
18.
I don't think you hit him. He's a high AC, bro.
The 17 hits. I can take 4 hit points off him.
No, it says his AC is, oh right, because of the shield.
Yep.
Right. 18. It misses.
Okay.
I do not hit. Renan's turn.
Yeah, that's me. I'm not gonna move. Sorry, 1 second.
No, she's the other one.
Okay. So I'll use my steady action for advantage and shoot them. I do not get sneak attack, correct?
Correct.
Fuck, I can't see that. Okay, well, clearly it's not my day. So I shoot my arrow, but I'm like so pissed off that the dude stepped back because I think that's a pussy move for a leader to do. And I tried to shoot him, but I'm so mad I didn't check my breath before I shot and it just missed. And then I laugh at myself because I can do that.
Fair enough. As a free action.
Reaction.
All right. Oni.
Okay. Sorry, I was getting wildfire guy stuff set up. Okay. I am going to, let's see. I'm going to come right up and start attacking the main guy. We're going to give him one of these, and one of these, and one of those.
The 14 misses. The 22 and the 8 both hit. I see 14 damage.
Yep.
He is more deft at fighting than you initially thought. He uses the thickness of the scimitar not on like a shield, and the back part that isn't sharpened, he's bracing with his offhand. He's a fighter who's learned how to use his, corpulence to his advantage. Any actions from you? No, you're done.
I am going to give myself a little merge with stone for Blade Ward. Or can I not do that?
You cannot because you bonus
Because I
action
bonus
to
action for the
offhand.
attack. Okay. Then
It
I
is
am
Amon's
done.
turn.
I'm also gonna shoot at the leader.
Good morning, Andy.
Andy's not super psyched about it. But
Well, no, we're in combat with a bunch of things. That would definitely terrify a young griffin.
okay.
Yeah! Nicely done. First crit
Before
roll.
I shoot again, I'll roll that 100.
You gain advantage on all attacks against that target until the end of your next turn.
Nice.
So if you take another attack this turn, also advantage. And I see 12 damage.
Also advantage. Okay.
Can you put color markers on the minion, guys?
That'll work for you.
Thank you.
Uh, 19 hits for 7 more. Sorry, I wasn't paying attention.
And to finish out my turn, I'm just gonna back and up on one of these crates for better visibility.
Seems good. Then it is Draco's turn by my count.
Okay, do I have to summon Wildfire Guy, or was he already with us?
Since he only lasts an hour, I would assume
Had to
probably he
summon
wasn't
him.
already with us. Yeah.
Okay, I don't know why he doesn't have full hit points, so I'm going to put him up to 25, which is his max, as a new summon. And can I summon him anywhere?
I think it's within 60 feet, so I mean, almost always functionally within.
Okay, I'm going to summon him right here. And that's Draco's main action, right? So he can't do anything
Correct.
else, but can Wildfire Spirit do Flame Seed?
He can.
Great, then he is going to Flame Seed the main guy. And he crits!
Nice.
That's for you. An 81.
An 81 seems really good. Oh, it's a spell thing too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Those are fun. Is it 81?
81.
Roll an additional set of spell damage dice above and beyond the normal critical roll.
And his spell damage is 1d6 plus 3. But it would just be 1d6.
Yeah, just another 6-sided.
Okay. Ew! A 1.
Hardly
what
worth
a
it.
waste. What a waste. Should have given him the inspiration token.
The fire seed guy.
Then I could have re-rolled. Alright.
The bandits now go. I'm going to start with 2 bandits flanking Oni. Both hit, right?
That is correct. Unless I choose to Wall of Steel. Well, I mean, they'll still hit. It's only 8 damage. I'll take 8 damage.
Mark 8, please.
Done.
And then the bandit captain will make his attack. You don't think I realized he got to multi-attack. That's pretty exciting. So he's going to make 2 scimitar strikes against Oni.
He's gonna try.
He's critically hit with both of them. What do you know?
You have to roll.
I did. You
Show
didn't see
your
it?
work,
Here he goes.
dick.
Oh,
I am
Both
Wall of
hit.
Stealing.
okay.
And getting 17 temporary hit points.
Which is exactly what you needed.
And losing 17 temporary hit points.
Yes, he's able to put just the massive weight of his whole body into the power of each strike, and
And as I see
batters
them
you
come
back
in, I do my
until you
with my swords. Yeah.
holding your ground, you buffet his attacks.
Mm-hmm.
That concludes the bandit's turn. It is Hoppy's turn, and he's back in time for brisket duty.
Oni is exactly where I want to be. I guess I will.
Come on up here. There's room.
I'll. Well, but then we leave our back. I'm trying to decide which set to attack because you're keeping those 3 busy, and I could block up, or I could hold up 2 of the others. Unless you want me to, I kind of like. Hoppy is upset with this guy, so he's going to come over here and he's going to smash this guy. Checking all the boxes, doing all the things. What he hit.
I am going to use his parry reaction to parry that strike. It adds a +2, which would make your attack miss.
Glad he didn't use it on that one. And then horns.
And then horns. The horns with a 20 hit because the parry's only against that one attack.
Okay.
6 points. 8 points.
Yeah. And that would be 25, not 20. So.
Oh, right, because you can't. Right, yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, you can't. Right. Yeah. Sorry.
I did the back half of the math right, not the front half.
Yeah.
And on 0, the 4 snipers that he put into position will make crossbow shots with advantage as per his order.
And when are we having Sari go?
On 0.
Okay.
Shoot Amon and Renan with the 2 guys in the south, starting with Amon. 13 misses. Shot at Renan. A 12 misses, I'm fairly certain. The 2 in the north will shoot probably Sari and Draco in that order. Sari first. Miss Draco. 13, I think, actually hits him.
What? Draco.
He has an alarmingly low AC.
And I've offered him upgraded armor, and he said no, thank you.
I don't think he understands how it works.
He takes 4 damage. Okay.
But he also doesn't die, I feel like, hardly ever, unless I'm delusional.
Draco?
Those can be
in a bad
mutually
spot
exclusive.
once, but he tends to make pretty good range character decisions.
Unless he's hurting himself.
Wait, I
Right.
wasn't looking
Fire.
at his health before we got into this. We had rested. I'm not sure if he cleared his hit points. Has he taken damage already this round?
No.
No.
Well, just
No.
now.
Okay, then I'm going to put him up to 40 because he has 45 hit points. I don't know why he was so low.
I feel like hot girl cheating's got to stop at some point. It's ridiculous. But you get away with it on your character, but
I like hot girl cheating. I think that the hot girls in this group should have advantages. We don't have any other advantages in this world. Let us use our
says
Your
the hot girl.
boxes.
Yeah.
Box magic.
let us use our boxes.
Nothing ever breaks my way. Oh shucks.
As a joke. I'm obviously joking. I have lots of advantages, mostly just because I have a box. Men are
Here's what-
simple creatures.
Use what you got, I guess. Yeah, we fixed Draco's HP situation. On 0, the archers went as per the orders from their captain. We also have a sorry action on 0. Hurt, harm, or help.
Does anyone need healing at this point?
Not yet. That's why I wanted to clarify the Draco issue, just like his fire guy was low health.
Okay, then I say she hurts him. She does some damage.
Sure.
To the guy that's unmarked right in front of her.
I was going to say, do we need to drive her? Do we have a character sheet or?
I'll take care of it.
Okay.
Yeah, make the DM do something. Jeez. That's a joke. Because he's playing now like 20 people in
He's got to
this.
do something. This piece of shit. There's a swirl of sand that just comes out of nowhere like a small cyclone, and she vanishes for a moment out of sight, appearing about 10 feet behind that person. And her hand begins to glow with this brilliant blue light. And as she points it at him, an energy blast projects forth from the palm of her hand, doing 6 points of force damage as he's almost knocked prone by the shock of the blast in his back. And she fires again, killing him, blowing out his spine and ribs.
Oh, now you do cool shit. Sorry. Now you do cool shit.
It is back to my turn for the baddies. He will give them the same order as last time. And you guys are putting me in a spot here. I think he drinks the only potion on his waistband. And restores 14 hit points. And then he'll make a single scimitar attack against Oni. Ooh, they're having like a duel. Oh, Jabba Nobata.
Hi, Zeke.
I will spirit shield her. Me roll 2d6. Figure out how to roll 2d6. You don't take 8 damage.
I'll take it. Thank you.
I was reading the fumble table and I was like, this doesn't seem good for me at all. Your sense is heightened and you become aware of threats around the battlefield. I am able to use the dodge action after my attack. So you take 15 minus 8, which is 7, and I take the dodge attack. The dodge attack or the dodge action? I apologize. It is Renan's turn.
Okay. I'm not going to move. You, Hoppy and Oni are attacking the big baddie, right?
Correct.
Okay, I'm gonna try to shoot him. And do I get sneak attack because they are close to him now and I'm using a ranged weapon? Okay, thank you. I'm just making sure I understand how my own character works months into playing this character. Thank you. Okay. Does a 17 hit?
I think I have to use my... Oh, I can't use parry. It's only a melee attack. Yeah, it does hit.
And I did 11 damage.
And no movement, so you're done, yeah?
That is butt damage.
Done.
Yeah, 3 2s from sneak.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, she can't do much. She just looks good is the theme of the day. Ew. Even saying that made me gag. Okay.
Okay. I am ready to shove my sword in this guy's gullet. Ready?
Here we go.
Do it.
Penetrate him.
Bash. Bash.
Well, you know what? I'm going to inspiration to re-roll that. That's better. So he can suck on 31 damage.
Let's do this in the order of the attacks. So the first one I can do nothing about, and I take 9. Correct? Correct.
Well, unless the dodge action helps you.
Oh, the dodge. Oh, you're right. That's very honest of you.
You're welcome.
Megan, I appreciate that.
That's because you let me restore Draco's hit points, so I want to make sure that we're playing fair.
So what that does is it gives attacks against him disadvantage. So your first attack is 23-20, which is still a hit. We'll say for 9 damage. The second attack is 11 and 24, which is technically a hit.
Okay.
And that's a huge bummer for me because...
No, the second one wouldn't hit.
Wait, second one.
Right, you're right. You're right. Its disadvantage is 11. It misses. So now make your third attack roll and have it be 20 or lower.
13.
13 just straight up misses, and I don't even need to use my parry.
You're a jerk.
That was cool. I thought he was gonna die.
Yeah, well, like Wildfire Guy is gonna kill him. So there.
We'll see.
If Amon doesn't just shoot him right in the forehead.
That's the goal.
Stand back, ladies. This is a job for Amon.
Yeah, it is. Bring it home, buddy.
It's Amon's world.
Nice.
The 24 hits for sure, and I can't do nothing about that. And 9 points of damage kills him. He's dead with the first one. If you want to redirect that critical to either red or purple, which would be like in the same sort of field of view, I think that's easily done.
Yeah. Sorry, I didn't hear that he was dead before I shot the second one. So I will. I'll shoot at red.
Red's dead. Red's dead, baby.
2 kills.
We should capture the rest of them and enslave them.
I was going to ask them, use Draco's turn to ask them if they wanted to surrender and be freed.
No, surrender as slaves.
We are here to free slaves, not get more of our own.
Yeah. We're going to free the slaves from the slavers and make the slavers the slaves.
Oh, I was not aware of that.
If Michelle is speaking to us, we cannot hear you.
Oh. Can you hear me now?
Much better.
Can you hear me now?
Indeed.
You're going to regret that you can hear me. So that's your own fault.
Almost never. Once or twice.
It happens sometimes.
All right. Draco, inspire them. You say you want to try to talk them into standing down and surrendering?
Draco's going to try to appeal to Yellow Bandit that if he is a slave fighting on behalf of the slave master, we have just dispatched him and would be willing to offer his freedom in exchange for helping us free other slaves. What say him?
What say you?
He rolls up his sleeve to show you the tattoo. He is not a slave. He is a member of the Sons of the Seven. And basically that means he's a profit-sharing member of this organization.
Great. He is going to get a scorching ray in the face.
Swift kick to the asshole.
What are the rules for targeting specific areas?
Okay.
I have a hyper-specific location.
Scorching ray. I'm guessing a 10 doesn't hit.
10 does not hit.
But I get to do it 2 more times?
That is also correct. May I stop you there for just a moment?
Yes.
Whenever you're making a ranged attack, spell or otherwise, in melee, the attack is made with disadvantage.
Okay, can we count those 2 as the first one then?
Sure.
And I will turn on disadvantage for my next roll. Hey, a 22 hits.
It does.
Beautifully.
And a 17 hits.
Excellent.
Actually, 16 points of damage. And unfortunately, that's more than he has at his total hitbox. He did.
That's what he gets for being a douche.
His own fault. It's his own fault.
Zell would have it be known that owner-operated slavers' profit sharing is very respectable.
Yep. Try to create like a believable, cohesive world. So.
Okay, and I'm going to flame seed blue guy.
Same problem again. You are making a ranged attack in melee.
He's only kind of in melee.
Well, if you want
Does
to
a
take a
17 hit?
I'm redefining what melee is, and I'm redefining English.
Yep. Two hot girl redefinitions for today. There's now a 3rd combat zone. We've got ranged melee and kind of.
Kind of. That works.
Oh, I'm too old for this.
Does a 17 hit?
It does.
He takes 6 damage.
That's it?
Good job, fire guy. Hey.
That's it?
Better
I don't
than
want to mark
nothing.
health on a minion.
God.
He's a minion. All right. So on their turn, the 4 that were given the command to snipe will snipe. The 2 at the well will snipe Renan and
No, they
Amon
won't.
in that order.
They're gonna miss.
They have not done so well so far. Renan first. 15 misses.
That hits.
Oh, does it
Nope. Yeah, my AC's 14.
really? Oh, bummer. 8 points of piercing damage.
Ouch! You
And
bitch.
Orange will attempt to penetrate Amon. 20 hits for 7 points of piercing damage. The 2 to the south, I think, will probably fire on the same 2 targets. We'll go Renan first and then Amon. 14 matches for 2 points to Renan, and a 10 misses. The last holdout over here, will bravely stare down both both Oni and Hoppy and attempt to scimitar you both, one at a time. Holy shit! He stands his ground and he crits. 9 points of damage to Oni, unless you're going to.
I will. Yeah, I'll protect her.
Okay. Aw.
Oh.
I do 0 damage.
I mean, what? That
I
sucks
feel
for
like a crit
your
has to
guy.
at least do 1 point of damage. That seems like a real shitbag thing to have happen.
We're not making up rules today.
Well,
If you're not a hot girl,
You're
Yeah,
not a hot
so
girl.
You guys said it, so.
Don't you think I wake up every morning and know it? Oh my god. I can choose to go reckless, but I don't have any other attacks, so this is a non-crit bonus. Day. Hoppy, it's your turn. There's the one minion guy near you. Otherwise, there are the 4 snipers to the west of the courtyard from where you're standing.
Over here and tech. 16 hit.
Yep.
18 damage kill.
Yes. In a grotesque display of viscera and gore, I'm certain. I feel like when you do more than 3 times the amount of hit points they have left, it gets real gross.
Yeah. And then I'm going to do the Goring Rush. Horns as a bonus action. 7 points of damage.
Why do you guys make me do damage to them?
It's your job.
How hard is it to do 10 damage? Alright. It is 0 initiative.
Sorry.
Help, harm, or heal.
Heal.
I say, who needs healing?
You're down below 30.
And I wouldn't
So?
mind some if she's gonna give it, but I think if we just wrap this up, we can use hit.
I'm like, we have 4 people left. We just need to kill him. That's do whatever you want. I'm just, I live dangerously.
She can try to enslave them. Is that an option?
She doesn't
harm,
like
heal,
the
or
idea of
enslave?
anyone being kept a slave, as she herself was once a slave.
I say
She's
harm.
buying slaves.
Harm. We don't know what she's buying them for. Don't judge my sister.
The
Too
2
late
at
for that.
the well have partial cover, but she'll shoot at green with double Eldritch Blast.
Double. Let's see. She's going to do 6 points of damage each time. Looks cool. Stupid damage.
I mean, not everybody gets the sneak attack, I suppose. She actually misses on both counts because of the cover.
Yeah, I was like, she doesn't get it. Well.
It is Renan's turn at the start of
Oh, good. Renan is... Did you do any damage to Light Pink?
Yeah.
Yes.
With your gore?
6 points.
7.
7 points. I can math.
Okay, well, I'm going to hit purple. I just pivot.
Pivot. It's a hit. I see 22.
Dead.
He is very much dead.
I'm just going to my short bow, like it's a pistol. She's very cocky today for having a box.
I'm getting that. Oni, it's your turn.
Okay. I double checked the math, and as long as I give up my second attack, I can move over here and engage in the green guy.
Are you jumping over those boxes or running through those boxes?
I'm going like this in a V. So I'm not jumping over them. It's 55 yards to do it that way.
Mm-hmm. How are you? I guess my question is then, how are you traveling that much?
Can't
John,
I?
I
Oh,
cheated.
I can only double my run speed if I give up my action, right?
Right, you can dash as an action and your move, but you can't.
Yeah, I don't want to do
Like,
that.
it gets tricky because there are a couple people in our party who can dash as a bonus, but you are not one of them.
Yo.
John,
What I'm
I
doing is
cheated. I
not a
can't
thing.
actually make it to him. I'm right there, so I didn't do any damage.
I'm longbowing this guy. Does a 17 hit?
It does,
Great. He takes
even
10
with the
damage.
cover. Oh, come on! He is at 1 hit point.
You could let me do extra damage with my longbow.
Next turn, he
I
might just
love
bleed
this. I love that you could let me.
out. Mhm.
It's just like my favorite thing that's happening today. Well, if you love me,
Uh-huh.
husband,
Oh, it's not that.
you
It's,
will
it's
let
just,
me cheat in this game that we are playing.
she knows I love her laugh and she's got a beautiful smile, so I get like the little flash 3/4 smile and like, it would just be the best if this happened.
Oh, this
right.
is fun.
It is Amon's turn. We've got one guy critically wounded, hiding behind the well, another sniper behind the well, and then there's just the pink guy to the southeast behind you, who is at full
Alright.
health, but very scared of a charging Minotaur.
Does my height advantage give me any benefit over their
Let
cover?
you put your toes on the headboard for a little extra.
Whoa.
In this circumstance, no, sir.
Whoa.
Alright, I'm gonna shoot at green, try to take him out so that he doesn't survive longer than he needs to.
Headshot, he's dead.
And then I will use my second on orange.
Wounded, but not dead.
Alright.
Good shots, though, especially with cover. Do you want to move at all, or are you happy where you are in the box?
I love being high.
Hey, man, you want to get high?
Go out in the desert, climb
Draco,
some
it's
mountains.
your turn.
Hi, buddy. Just kidding.
Gentle reminder, Meg, that you are Draco.
Sorry, I forgot that it was my turn. Okay. Shoot. So I think
And that's how you know he loves you.
can
Gentle reminder.
fire guy move here?
Seems very fair.
And how far? 60 feet. Okay. So he can flame seed orange guy?
So the unfortunate problem with the way that those two people are positioned, he's going to have disadvantage on that attack roll just because he has 3/4 cover behind that well.
How about this one?
No problem whatsoever.
Okay, great. He's going to go for that one then. 19
Confident you could have done either, but yep, hit 6
for
fire
6
damage.
damage. Okay.
They are both at the same hit point total.
Is it 1?
It's 5.
Okay.
I like it when the math is interesting and they both took exactly 6 damage.
Okay, then I'm going to try Scorching Ray again. I'll start with pink because I'm gonna have to move to try to hit orange if I kill pink. So Scorching Ray. Oh, well, why do
Sir.
I have disadvantage? Oh, because I was ranged, so that should not be disadvantage.
Okay. So 20 hits for 8 points and he's dead. Pink.
All right. Then I move. And can I see him better now?
Yeah, now he would just get like the +2 to AC instead of disadvantage.
Ooh.
20 hits and 6 is all you needed.
Sweet.
He's dead, Jim.
I will preserve 1/3 of one spell slot. just kidding. Just kidding. Just kidding.
We've invented a new range of motion, a new area of distance, melee range, and kind of, and now my beautiful
Wow.
wife is like
Spell slot.
fractional value.
So
Wow.
I can save one Scorching Ray for
What
a
it-
future fight.
How many
I
spell slots do you
really
have left?
love the way that this
2
works.
1/3.
Okay. All right. I'm going to use, if we have finished combat, I would like to use a hit die.
That would only be appropriate if we decided to take a short rest and spent an hour sort of licking our wounds, which I'm not
Probably
opposed to saying, but almost certainly not in the town square amidst corpses.
Definitely not. Okay.
No, let's follow Sari on her wild chase through
I'm gonna at least grab the guy's
Neverland.
scimitar. And is there any other?
Anything else on the bodies?
Yeah, can
What
we
else
loot
is
these
going on?
bodies?
Let's have one. Well, let's have everybody make an investigation check. Well, I'm only going to count the highest one, representative of you guys just thoroughly searching all of their pockets.
Nope, it wasn't me.
I
It wasn't me.
-1. Actually, I didn't get -1. I got a 10.
Wow.
Dude,
We did bads.
You found an Iraqi ass map.
Hey, what does Sari roll?
You know, that's fair. She has the character sheet. She likes things, and she likes stealing from people. She learned that from her sister. Boom. Mic drop. Rifling through everything. Like, you guys know the drill. People are watching, but you're just gonna, quickly assess any materials. They are wearing leather armor. For the most part, the bandit captain was wearing studded leather armor, which we may want to just put aside for Draco as a reminder that that would be 1 point of AC better than what he's currently wearing. It's not
Yeah.
so badly damaged that it couldn't be repaired and pressed into service, especially since you guys have an in with, a local blacksmith.
Yeah, I definitely want to do that.
The bandits' armors are slashed and cut and gored and trampled into disuse. It would cost as much to repair those suits of armor as it would to just buy new ones outright. So I think it's kind of a wash there. There are scimitars and light crossbows. If you want to gather them, you can probably make a few gold on them. There is the bone beaded whistle that the bandit captain was wearing, if you wanted a souvenir. And each of them has exactly 20 gold coins on them.
Yes. How many of them were there?
There
7?
were a
9?
total of 9. That's 180 gold coins.
can
We're
I
keeping
blow
that.
the whistle the same way
Yes.
he did? And
No,
see if
you
other
don't get a
stuff?
whistle. Anyone else can have a whistle. You're going to blow the whistle at the wrong time. Sorry, you said 120. Just kidding. If you want it, it's all yours.
180.
180.
Thank you.
We should talk to the slaves. And did you say he had an extra large scimitar?
He did, yes. It's not. You get the impression that it's not magical. It seems pretty tattered and busted, but it is large, like maybe even built for a creature that would be larger than medium size. He's just girthy and strong enough to have wielded it in combat. Maybe something he trained specifically to do. You find it a little unwieldy, but it is a giant hunking chunk of steel. I'm sure someone of your size could find some use for it.
I'll take it with me.
If only just to chuck at something.
No, I haven't. And does it have the same functional values as regular scimitar?
If you were going to try to use it as a weapon, we would treat it as a greatsword.
Oh, okay. So treat it as a greatsword. Got it.
Mm-hmm.
And we should talk to the slaves. Preferably somebody other than me should talk to the slaves.
Yank them away the chains. You're free!
Come on, little man!
Old man just heart attacks and dies. There's the older man missing his arm, a middle-aged man, and the younger woman. The three of them were bound together by chains. All three of them bloody, broken, terrified, crying. Their manacles all bear the symbol of the Sons of Seven.
Undo their manacles.
It would take someone with a key, someone with keen thieving skills, or an enormous display of brute strength to unfetter these shackles.
I could do the brute strength, but I think it would be better to try and pick the locks.
I could thieves. I could thieves them.
Please thieves them.
I'm bad at thievesing right now. No advantage.
Correct, no advantage.
Okay, hold on. Hard to be small. No, it's not going well.
I will try and break them with as much finesse as I can manage, so I don't hurt the people.
Can I use my inspiration from Steve
You can.
to add the points? What
So
does what's that?
It's a reroll. So you
Oh
would just
shit.
freshly roll another 20-sider.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, you haven't done this in a while, maybe a little rusty. But the second attempt goes much more smoothly. By the time you've got the first one figured out, the next two just effortlessly, you fall back into that rhythm of fighting each of the tumblers and pinning them to the roof, and then it's just a quick turn with your left hand, and they all come off super, super fast, super, super easy. And you don't even know why you were ever worried in the first place. They, rubbing their sore wrists, and just sort of looking around. I mean, they're strangers in a strange land, brought here with, the intent of being sold into slavery from God knows where. What becomes of them now is the kind of the look you're getting. They all are super grateful that you freed them, but
Do you want to meet our friends? We have Griffin. We have like 3 other kids. We've got other
We don't have them
people.
anymore. We left them places.
Oh, well, we can send them back to the sand ship and have to bring it back to the Lone Tree, so it won't be as lone.
See, they could go hang out at Draco's Grotto.
y'all want to be
They can-
prostitutes.
No, they can help rebuild the city. They can be
We'll have
citizens.
Can be paid slaves. It's going to be amazing.
you can go wherever you want, but if you need a place to get healed up or to rest and recuperate, that's what we got.
I like that.
Otherwise, you can have 20 gold and go your way.
Yeah,
She asks that won't the captain find us? He won't stop until he's reclaimed his property.
Who's the captain? I'll go kill him.
They all sort of like shrink at that thought. Like, if anybody ever, if the captain ever heard them suggesting that you side with someone who would want to go kill him, like they've been flogged for having less egregious thoughts in their mind. These are abused peoples.
Sounds like somebody needs to blow that whistle.
yeah, blow the whistle.
Baby, whistle, baby. They accept the offer of potential employment in another safe space away from here, for no other reason than it gets them farther away from the captain. They have like a resignation that they suspect they'll be recaptured, but why not enjoy a few days of freedom?
Are they identifiable as slaves somehow, or just?
Yes, each one on their upper right shoulder is branded with the mark of the Sons of the Seven.
Yeah, of course. Of course they're
Okay,
branded.
so I'm going to ask a morbid question, but Draco is good with fire. Can we burn it off? The mark off?
Oh God.
I know it's morbid, but he could heal them after doing it. And then they wouldn't have the mark anymore. Or is there any
I
way
don't
for us
hate
to
the
conceal
idea.
it?
Do we know if there's any harbors in this area?
The
Is that
other
what they're called?
alternative is to put them in the tattered outfits of these mercenaries that we've killed to help them have some cover, right? So that we can get them to the Echo.
Okay. First, I need to hear from Hoppy one more time because I thought he said, "Are there any arbors or barbers?"
Herpers. People that are trying to free the slaves.
In a city that makes its primary
no.
money from slavery, not really. There's not much of an underground resistance. If there is, you're not aware of it.
Okay. So
Oni, to
do
your
we know
point.
where the? Go ahead.
Go ahead, Mark. Finish your thought.
Do we know where the seven brothers or whatever it was are?
Likely those are the ships docked in the bay that Renan burnt the scaffolding for.
Excellent.
You're welcome.
We need a ship anyway.
To Draco and Oni's point, I mean, I think it's possible to burn a brand so bad you can't recognize it. I am certain that would be quite painful. I don't know if that's the correct course of action to even present to someone who's been traumatized and burned. I would say that I think it's almost certainly possible. The other option, I think a traditional healing spell wouldn't remove something that's old and scarified, but if you had something like a lesser restoration spell, I would say something like that could probably remove old scar tissue and return it to normal.
Do we have a lesser restoration spell?
No, he doesn't have it on his spell list.
That's a higher level spell, isn't it?
I don't think it's that high. 3rd or 4th level. It's actually a 2nd level abjuration spell. Any cleric or ranger or any cleric or druid can prepare it starting after 3rd level.
Yeah, it's not one on his list.
It just means he hasn't prepared it today.
Yeah. Okay, what do you think about putting them in the bandit outfits and trying to smuggle them back to the Echo?
I think that's probably our best play.
Yep. Tell them to suit up.
All right, let's do it. Sorry, I accidentally hit the flame C button.
And you burn one of them for 7 points of fire damage. You monster.
Did it cover their scar?
Sorry, that was a test. Oh, he's dead. Oh god, he's dead.
Did it inadvertently do good?
Let's be fair. I feel like Draco would have offered this as a potential solution, so
I do think
You
it's a
also
very
just burned
Draco
up the last
solution.
third of that spell slot. You don't have that third of a spell slot
Technically,
anymore.
I could probably ancestral protector them, but I don't know how that would work between the or if it would. What would happen first? So
okay. So let's go ahead and get them dressed up. The ones that want to come with us, in case there's anyone that doesn't, since they are free. Anyone who wants transportation out of the city should change into bandit outfits, and then we'll have someone, safely escort them to the Echo while the rest of us go and.
No perception roll is required. Renan and Amon probably notice it first because they're always looking for danger in the shadows. During this, you've been here in the sands of this courtyard for 2 or 3 minutes now. You've killed the slavers. You've treated wounds and freed the slaves and are talking to them about escape. You notice that in the corner of the shop north of the well, there are 2 or 3 people sitting in that rotund, where the radius of the shop turns, in that shadow there, just sort of cautiously watching you. You can't tell from here, but they look, it's like kids spying on Santa. It's that sort of hopeful, but I also shouldn't be here.
Okay.
I
Do
need
we
to
tell?
step away for a moment.
Is now a good time for a break?
If we want to, sure.
I'm okay to keep playing, but if anybody else also needs a break, then we could take a quick
No,
break.
I'm good.
All right.
I'm good.
Then if you two see the kids, are you going to alert us or are you going to approach them?
Renan, go talk to those kids. I don't like children.
Says the big brother.
I was like, since when? That does not seem like your character at all, Amon, but
Kids-
okay.
Kids don't like me. Well, let's
Okay,
put it
that's
that
a
way.
better. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give Oni a look and do the look over there. Look, there's kids. Look. Where's the kids? I don't even see them. I'm gonna
I don't have a figure for them, but they'd be like over here-ish. Yeah.
Yeah, sure. I'll just like get close to them and see if they notice the 16-year-old girl that's just gotten near them. Oh wait, they're in the corner. I'm gonna sit on the steps
I'm
and
gonna
observe, not creepily.
I'm gonna nod and just kind of
Not
move
creepily.
closer, but not infringe on what's going on.
Renan, as you approach, they recoil into the corner, like almost just habit, like a caged animal just goes to the farthest corner from the cage that opens. Now that you see them, they're not children. One of them is a gnome, a half person, and the other two are just girls, maybe about your age, but are just so emaciated and underfed they appear childlike. They are wearing manacles, but the chains that connect them have been broken, and all three also have the branded scar of the Sons of Seven on their upper right
Okay.
shoulder.
I'm going
Do we
to
find more slaves?
slowly open up my thieves kit and say, I can take those off of you if you'd like. It won't hurt.
They scurry like tighter into the corner, almost hugging each other to protect one another.
hmm
I'd like you to make a persuasion check with advantage.
Not like it's gonna matter. I can't freaking roll today, but okay. Yeah,
Those are two very different numbers, though.
they are.
Given their circumstances and the opportunity, like the risk reward calculation starts happening, the bravest among them maybe steps forward and offers you like just her right arm. Like it would be too
hmm
much to risk both hands, but she's willing to see what you do with just the one. Like
Okay.
not leaving the corner and not letting go of the other friends. She just like as far as her tiny little body will stretch, she's giving you that one right arm.
Okay. And I'm just gonna like take out coins from my pocket and just say, here, count these for me while I'm doing this to distract her and be like, and you can keep everything you count. It'll just be like 5 gold pieces or something. She's not stupid, but it's to distract her so that she doesn't freak out while I'm taking this shit off of her.
I like it.
And I take it off of her without having to roll because I'm amazing.
I think you're not under any kind of stress right now, so I think the classic taking 10 or just taking your time here is appropriate, and no roll is required. You're skilled enough. You've got the correct tools. You just demonstrated your aptitude with them a moment ago. With the distraction, you're able to get the manacle off. She has not been well cared for, obviously. You think her wrist has been broken more than once. It's got a weird sort of contorted angle that is unnatural. The rest position isn't normal. But she's just, she's happy. There's a brief moment of a smile that sort of creeps across her face when the manacle comes off. You can tell
Okay.
maybe she can't remember a time that it hasn't been on her. She just offers you the other hand now, having let go of her friends behind her in the corner.
And I'll say,
Offers you the other
who did this to you?
hand. She just points to the mark on her shoulder.
And how did you get away from them?
The gnome in the corner speaks up and says there was a great fire that caused confusion and chaos.
Yes!
In that
Sorry.
chaos, several of us were able to break free of a cage and we ran. and have it
Okay.
stopped.
And I'll say, well, can I tell you a secret, but you can't tell anyone?
She just silently nods up and down yes.
Okay, wait. This is meta for a second. What's the town we're from called? I forgot.
Ooh,
Lone
I'll
Water,
give
the one that we're taking over, or
No, the one where like
Noon Rest is
Noon
where it all
Rest.
started. Yeah.
good job.
And I'll say, I know who started that fire. Her name is Rinnan of Noon Rest. And then I'll wink. It's me. Did that.
They're like, I don't know who that is.
Yeah. I'll be like, listen, I said we're here to save as many people as we can. And if you want, we have a ship in the harbor. Me and my siblings are orphans. We grew up in an orphanage with a very safe woman. Her name's Elena. We can take you to her and you can live a life free from this. And we might even be able to help you with your wounds. But it's your choice. You do not have to come. You owe us nothing.
While you're doing that, the other two slaves, I guess former slaves, offer you the opportunity to remove their manacles as well while you're giving them this talk. They are optimistic. The first girl that you did, or that you freed, creeps around the corner, sort of walking into Oni. You know, not bumping into her, but just like stopping into the wall of muscle and mountain that is sort of Oniara, and like, that like quick assessment of friend or foe. Like, was this all just a cruel trick? Have I been duped? Is this a slave catcher? For all of your ruggedness, I imagine you can fake a smile if you have to, Oni, and convince them that you're not going to smash them into pieces.
Yeah,
I'm-
I'm like, that's my sister. That's my
gonna
big sister.
kneel down so that I'm not so tall, and make eye contact with her and hold my hand out to introduce myself.
And
Even
while this
kneeling
is all
down.
going on,
on.
I want to climb. I'm climbing up on top of a high place just to kind of keep lookout, make sure they don't surprise us.
Sure. Actually, that's a good idea. Make a perception roll for me. Nice.
I get advantage on all perception.
Not that you needed it, damn.
Yeah, seriously.
Good rolls. Oni, whilst you're knelt down and talking to her, she seems like very happy, very. It's tough. Like all these people have very positive, very happy emotions, but they're so guarded and so careful to not let themselves think that this is all going to end well for them. Whilst you're talking to her, she looks past you now that you're kneeling down, looking sort of over your shoulder, and she sees the dead bandit captain in the sand and runs over to him, scooping up an arrowhead and just starts stabbing him in the chest and face repeatedly.
I mean, I'm pretty sure we've all been there at one point or another. I'm gonna walk over and put my hands on her shoulders and try to walk her away and clean her up at the well, and then give her some food.
Yeah, definitely food and water. We're kind of sharing our rations with them.
She's like hysterical. You have to pull her off of him, and she's still trying to kick even after that. Like, probably in shock. You do your best to calm her. The other two come around the corner, having heard like the hysterical scene unfold. Looking back at Renan, the gnome says, "You will help us all."
Yes.
Yes. Yes, we will help all of you.
Everyone who wants it.
And can fit on our ship.
She cups her hands and makes the sound of like a cooing dove.
Oh no.
And 6 more people all chained together
Great.
in a tether emerge from out of this building here.
Bring it.
All of them similarly scarred by the Sons of the Seven.
Okay.
Start breaking those chains, and we got to get out of here with these people.
Yeah,
get out of
I'm
here.
gonna
I'm gonna
break
spread
the
more
chains.
rations out, more water out.
Yeah, and I'm gonna say look around for anything that can cover your scars.
Yep.
So you guys need shawls. If you find a cloak, you can rip it into pieces. We got to cover up your branding, and
mud.
let's get you.
Just rub some mud on him.
No, do not rub mud on your bodies. He's crazy. Ignore him. Or rub mud on your bodies if you're into that sort of thing. So rations are being divvied.
While you're doing the chain breaking, the clothing, the feeding, the watering, Amon, from your high place, you can see there's uh, a combination, an entire retinue of armed guards. Half of them look to be city guards of Sadis. The other half of them are a complement of pirates. But they're walking in uniform formation together. They are approaching your direction, but like a street south of where you are. So like a picture, like two streets running parallel. You're at the town square. They're at this. They're at the street that runs parallel to that to the south. But you can hear drums in the distance being used to organize militia. The city is being mobilized to restore order here. And you might be able to, as a group, talk your way out of being found guilty of a crime here. But that's months later in a court or talking to a magistrate. In the heat of this moment, with a column of 20 combined, the combined force of an armed city militia, town guards, and pirates, you think it's just going to come down to a fight, and you don't think it's one that you want right now.
So I'm gonna signal to Renan, get her attention, and just use our hand signs to let her know that there's at least 20 men coming this direction. And I signal to her to move out people in the opposite direction. And I'm just gonna go down and be a distraction. Like wait till they get just around the corner and just stop them and ask them inane questions for a minute.
Well, can I use Pass Without a Trace to move the large group that's with us out this way where there aren't people coming?
Oh, sorry, my turn tracker was over that portion of the screen. You're talking like over here somewhere?
Yeah.
I'm fine with that.
Well, just because that way they come into an empty courtyard with dead bodies but no people. And it doesn't seem to be, it says each creature you choose within 30 feet of you, including you. So it doesn't give me a maximum number of people I can conceal. Which
I like
seems
it a
really
lot.
odd. But, hey, let's do it.
Yeah, so you guys smuggle everyone out that way. I'm just gonna be an extra buffer in case you guys can't get around the corner fast enough.
That is gonna, let's leave Sorry with you because that's gonna put you both in an awkward situation, or maybe Renan because she can dimension door you away. As soon as they see those dead bodies, those 20 guards are gonna come after you, and I don't want to leave you there alone. So you need to have a quick escape.
I'm kind of splitting the difference and going around the corner to where they can't. Yeah, perfect. To like stop them and kind of just be a bumbling idiot and asking stupid questions.
Okay.
Speaking of bumbling idiot, do you want me to come along with you?
No, I don't need an actual bumbling idiot.
Oh.
Then let's get one person should be Renan, since you're almost invisible. If you want to hang back, you can, but let's get everybody else out of there.
Follow the giant minotaur.
I'm just gonna make sure that everyone knows they have to stay within a 30-foot radius of me, so they have to stay close.
Yeah. I'll cover the difference between you guys and Amon.
Okay.
So in case Amon gets in trouble, I can dimension door him out of this place.
Perfect.
I don't know how much we get to move or how fast, but
dimension door is 400 feet.
So at least enough to get you to a roof so you can run.
So Oni, as previously established, you swirl the sands of the desert floor around a few times. Heat and wind build up until a shimmering opalescent barrier sort of surrounds everybody, like a projected heat wave. You all look like a mirage illusion moving through the streets. As long as everybody is calm and quiet and slow and takes no actions. You just look like a rippling heat mirage, walking out of the city towards the Echo, or at least where you parked the Echo last.
Perfect.
We'll cut for a moment while you guys are hiking out of the city to Amon. This, as expected, eventually, two 10-man columns arrive at the corner where you're standing, and are ordering everyone who hasn't dispersed to step aside, that they're here on official duty and they're looking to reclaim slaves. As the first man approaches you, he draws his sword and asks what business you have on the streets.
Alms for the poor.
He grabs you by the cloak as it sits around your neck and just, "I've no time for you, homeless vagrant scum," and he pushes you to the ground. Will you allow him to push you to the ground?
Yeah, I wanted to make sure everyone's out of sight, and if they're gone, I'm not going to put up a fight. I'm just going to let them pass me, and then I'll catch up with them later.
Okay. As they pass, you do notice that only about exactly 8 of them are members of the Sadis City Guard. The rest of them, all 12, have that same tattoo on their inner arm, marking them as Sons of the Seven. The interesting thing that you maybe previously had not noticed is that there are the design is the same, but there are inks of different color. It's the first time you've noticed that disparity. Maybe I don't know. You don't have enough information to draw a conclusion yet, but there's some kind of
hierarchy,
disparity or discrepancy. Yeah, it could be rank within the organization, could be something. Just something for you to noodle.
All right. Yeah, I'm gonna let them pass, and then I'm just as they just kind of pass me, I'm gonna go around the opposite corner and then catch up with one.
Yeah,
And
if
I'm
I
assuming you've
see,
seen the Pass Without a Trace. You've seen my Shimmering Mirage, so you'll know what to look for.
Yeah, I'm just gonna meet up with you guys at the Echo.
Okay.
yeah, and as I see them passing Amon, I know the coast is clear, so I run to catch up with the Mirage.
Sounds good. Everybody walks out of the city, sight unseen, in this whirling mirage cloud of heat and sand. It doesn't. I think it only lasts 10 minutes, so you're just outside of the city. Still within sight of the city, I think, by the time the mirage finally drops. And then you're just. I imagine haste becomes more important than stealth at that point.
It says up to 1 hour.
Nice. Then I think an even more horrifying display for the poor captain of the Echo is seeing the shimmer,
Mhm.
wondering what kind of
Mhm.
sandstorm that is, you dropping it and just, nope, nope, no.
I was gonna say
So
he's gonna be pissed.
we need to give him gold since we sold
Yes.
those heads. We have more than enough gold to cover their transportation and some extra for him.
I mean, I don't know what an appropriate amount of gold to give him is.
What is
But we
his
do have-
normal, what is his normal
Isn't it like
transfer
100
fee?
or 50 gold per
Don't we still have
passenger?
a free pass? And
I think
and while he's
That was like a
taking one
one-time
person,
thing.
he-
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the free pass is up, and if I remember correctly, it's 50 gold pieces per head.
Well, we do want him
So-
to keep doing nice things for us.
The sand barge ticket range is anywhere between 10 and 50 gold, depending on the distance you're traveling or the danger involved in that travel.
Okay.
But yeah, these are not cheap seats for sure. The sand barge is not inexpensive to operate. He has done you a 4 favors, 3 favors, depending on how you count them.
So many.
I'm sure it wouldn't be out of line to offer him some money.
And how many total slaves do we have with us?
A lot.
9.
So
9
let's
plus.
offer him.
Oh, plus the original 3 is 12. 12 bodies.
How much did we get from the sale of those heads? 1,200.
No. Let me tell you our total gold. Sorry, I closed my sheet like a noob.
After paying for sorry
Anubis.
stuff.
I think we have 840 gold pieces after the things that we bought and did.
Plus,
Yes,
we
we have
have
8.
some things to
Is that
sell.
including
Oh
the
wait, can I
20?
wait? Hold on. Can I count? Can I look into my sack now and count my?
Explore your sack.
Well, yes, DM. What did I get? I'm such a good, beautiful baby.
Oh my God.
Make sure you include the pretty girl tax.
Mhm. 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 She's got a box.
I've got 2 tables. I've got normal table. I've got hot girl table. I'll be rolling on the hot girl table.
With hot girl advantage.
Right. Undoing the purse strings, opening it up. You're upset.
God damn it.
You close it quick. You remember your knuckles dragging on that back satchel that had the jewels in it, and it was
Mhm.
hard to not get your hopes up. You think like a guy that has emergency jewel storage must have a lot of money. You think now that what you probably got was like his decoy pouch. If he had that backstrap full of jewels, this was the coin purse he was going to give someone who was trying to mug him.
Right.
It is 99 copper pieces.
Oh, fuck you. Are you fucking kidding me? I
It
liked you
wasn't
so much
silver.
before 30 seconds ago.
You said it as long as it wasn't silver.
What is that? 99? What is that? Not even 10 gold?
I think it's not even 1 silver.
The 10 copper is 1 silver, 10 silver is 1 gold.
I got
It
9
was
silver.
Silver.
I swear to God, I should be rewarded for being a cooler character than this. Okay, I'm over it. I'm not mad anymore.
But you did rescue a lot of people. That's pretty
Oh
cool.
yeah, fuck that.
Like,
Cool,
you're
cool,
amazing.
cool.
Oh, okay, fine. I'm a savior of humanity. Whatever.
Cool. Now I can't
All I
even
wanted was a
pay,
bag full of
pay
gold.
to save
Goddammit.
them because I got 1/3 of a gold piece since we're holding on to a. Okay.
You touched an old man's jewel sack.
I have 395 personal gold pieces.
I have
So
70.
I will throw in 100 of my own gold into this copper sack. So now there is 100 gold and 99 copper pieces in here, and I look at all of my brothers and sisters like, if we don't I don't know how to do that. What's
Well,
the
we also have to make sure these people have money once they get where they're going.
Well, we're gonna
So
send them back to Draco's grotto, right?
we are,
Yes.
but they'll need some money to buy supplies and get themselves settled. So
what's the whisper command in Roll20? Sorry, how do I do what you're asking me to do?
/W, you can also check the box to whisper rolls to DM on your character sheet, or you can just roll it in the open. I guess there's no reason for it to be that secretive.
I just ruined your whole life.
You said there's 12 people?
Sorry, no advantage.
12 slaves in total.
So a 14. Sorry for the advantage.
Perception?
Shh. Don't worry about it.
I'm gonna give 5 gold to each of the slaves out of my personal collection, which drops me down to 10 gold.
I already gave one of them 5 gold. I gave the gnome 5 gold, just so you know.
You gave the girl 5 gold to count while you were removing.
And then I let her keep it.
Okay.
And let's
So I'm gonna give
distribute
5
the,
gold to everybody else, and then we need to figure out payment for the echo.
Let's distribute the crossbows and swords and leather armor and stuff that we took from the guys and give that to these people too.
Well,
just for,
Okay.
Draco needs
And-
the armor for the extra AC.
except for the
And-
nicer piece of armor.
Okay.
As I added the gold to the copper purse that I got, I realized that they weigh very similarly. And I'm like, why does copper weigh the same or similarly to gold? So I pick up the copper pieces to examine them more closely.
Ooh.
And I wink.
And you wink. You are
Oh.
an expert thief. Like you've done this a
Mhm.
lot.
Thank
This is
you.
how you've survived. This is how you've made your living. This is how you've made your entertainment. To say that this was your first time at the rodeo would be a gross exaggeration. You don't know what's wrong about them, but they're wrong. Like you've practiced. Like your coin manipulation skills were always honed on a copper coin because that's maybe all you ever had access to when you were younger. You know the thickness, you know the weight, you know the feel of a copper coin minted in this empire, and this is not it. It feels way too heavy, number one, for a copper coin. And as you manipulate it between the thickness of your fingers, it feels almost half again as thick as it should be for a copper piece.
I like thick things. So what? Okay. So I'm just gonna pull Draco aside because he's my magical brother and be like, what is wrong with this? And kind of explain to him. I'm like, listen, as the thievery expert, as the thieves here, what am I looking at? This is not right. Can you help me?
What would I roll?
Check detect
He can
magic.
look at it with either detect magic or the Arcana skill.
Detect magic. Is that a spell?
It is.
Yeah. But if he doesn't have it prepared, you can just roll straight Arcana.
I'll have to do Arcana because I don't see it on his list.
Should be a first level spell.
Yep, I don't
We're
see
gonna
it.
have to have a talk with Draco.
I don't think he has detect magic. I think we've run into that before.
23.
Yeah.
Nice.
He agrees with you that they're unusual, not because he knows anything about coinage or currency or even copper, but that he can feel the presence of Arcana on these coins. Like there's the Heka has been weaved in and amongst these coins for some reason. He would need a detect magic or an identify spell to give you more information, or he'd need to spend a healthy amount of time with them to study them.
Okay, so I'm going to keep the copper pieces. But I am going to, so I'm going to take them out and hide them somewhere on my body that no one is going to know about.
Mhm.
And I will continue to pass the bag of 100 gold pieces around to my siblings and insist that they put something in there, even if it's just well wishes. Hoppy. I don't think Hoppy has any money. That's why I said that.
I have 20 gold.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have
Would you like?
I have no money for the Echo. I did give money to each of the slaves so that once they get to their destination, they will be able to procure some supplies and at least survive for a
Okay.
little while.
So then I will add 200 of our gold.
From the group gold. Okay.
Yes, to it, and we will hand
I like
the
that.
Echo captain 300 gold and say,
We owe you.
we owe you. We understand that we owe you, and we will make it right.
Well,
Start
once we
attack.
kill all these slaver MFers, we're all set.
He accepts the money gratefully. Winking at Oni reminds her that he wasn't going anywhere,
Oh, gross.
and asks what their destination is.
Lone Water. Return them there and they can choose their path from there. If they would like to stay, they're welcome to put down roots and join us at Draco's Grotto. And if they would like to seek travel elsewhere, they'll have to find their own way.
You can go your own way. I can't help it.
Exactly.
It's going to happen every time.
Exactly.
And he asks if he should be expecting any fallout or trouble transporting these people. Will someone come looking for them?
That is entirely possible. So I would suggest going with haste and trying to conceal your destination as much as possible.
Another milk run, yes?
Yes, please.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
He, like in a deep, sort of angry, begrudging voice, all aboard the Lone Water Shuttle. Also, get me paperwork to have the vessel's name changed.
Oh no.
um, seeing that it has like his voice has startled everybody, and being more keenly aware than the captain has been since the first time you met him, he sees a bunch of terrified women, and he just turns to Iria, the first mate, and says, that's okay with you, Captain," deferring to her.
Nice.
And she asks him to go below deck and make ready the ship for transport.
All right.
Wait,
now
weren't we?
we need to go to the blacksmith and
Yeah, and then Sorry also
get our ship.
has shit happening. Can you
Yep.
guys hear me?
Yes.
We can.
Yeah.
We lost
Okay,
video.
okay.
Can't see you, but can hear you just fine.
That's all right. Nobody needed to see me anyways.
It's like a rogue
I
thing.
just assume
Stealthy
that
all
you
the
have
time.
hot girl advantage.
Sure, if if we're still sticking with that story. Caleb, it's Felbamate time. Sorry, you guys. Caleb doesn't have a phone right now, so I can't secretly speak to him.
You could whisper him in Roll20.
I sent him a message. He didn't respond. So
Okay.
I just saw it. I'm going to take care of it.
okay, I was like, I mean, I can do it. I just someone's got to do it.
Is that a
Get the kid
medicine or
drugged.
a
Yeah,
cartoon?
yeah. Sorry, it's a medicine for Zeke.
Copy that.
We got to drug up our kid.
None of my business, but I heard Philbamate and went, I feel like that's definitely a medicine, but also that could be a children's cartoon.
Hey, both these days, both.
Yeah. All right. So we got out of Sadis. We got slaves on a ship, taking them hopefully to safety.
Sadis
We're
nuts?
going back
No.
inside. Sari tells you that her meeting with the purveyor of slaves is soon. We should probably head to the docks. We may also want to stop and pick up the bathysphere from the blacksmith.
With
And
what
asks if
money?
anybody else has anything else to do. We've already paid for it.
Okay.
What was the item that needed to get repaired by the blacksmith?
The studded leather armor.
Okay. And that's what Draco is going to be wearing.
Yes,
Is
we
that his
want him
armor?
to put that on.
Yes.
It
So
would
that
be an upgrade for him.
I'm adding it to his inventory. I don't know what else needs to be done on his character sheet to account for it, but I did just
He's got
increase his AC.
leather armor equipped. Just make sure you untick the box that says equipped for leather armor and make sure you tick the box for equipped for studded leather. And then you can even like delete the leather if you want to sell it. Does that make sense?
And he won't be any the wiser.
Yes, it does make sense. Do I put something under prop or mods?
Just equipped and then close that out.
But it has his AC at 10 because I unequipped the leather armor.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh, it's weird. It's not updating. Close the tab that you're in.
thank you.
I just reopened his character sheet.
Did we
just
break
manually
Draco?
typed in studded leather armor. Was I supposed to like select it from a menu?
Yes.
Mhm.
You needed to drag it from the
Oh, okay,
compendium.
then I'll
Compendium.
delete that and you can do that.
Let me know when it's deleted.
Done. Go ahead.
Sorry, I know that it is functionally the same process, but if the game doesn't add it from the compendium, it doesn't care what you've typed.
Okay, thanks. Done.
Oh, the problem is that he just doesn't have any dexterity.
He took no dext.
It's 10.
It's 10.
Ooh.
But he's got 20 wisdom.
I guess because of spells?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I mean, that's one way to play your character.
it surely
But
is.
he really should have a handicap if he's playing with 10 decks. It's
In
like,
hopes that he watches this episode, he certainly has handicaps.
Oh, rude! I think having an AC of 12 is enough of a handicap.
Yep. All right. So we, if no one else has any business or any things, we can go back to see our good friend the blacksmith here,
Mm-hmm.
who has completed the bathysphere and is happy to see Sorry again. Happy to see all of you again. He's an amiable kind of person. Is able to just offer you a new set of studded armor that isn't disgustingly covered in blood, in exchange for the damaged piece of studded leather armor and the old leather armor.
Mm-hmm.
Just to straight up trade these that way, for Drucko. It takes 4 guys to wheel out this apparatus that he tells you it has been successfully tessellated for transportation as per your orders. They are hexagonal pieces of glass that have strips of magnetite, a magnetic ore, on each side. When they're combined together, it creates a giant hexagonal sphere, maybe 8 feet in diameter, and each one has a length of rubber tubing that has been woven from reed to a helmet that looks something like this.
ugh.
He tells you that he's crafted them to your precise and exact specifications, and he tested it in the bucket, and it worked like a champ. He says he has no idea what the pressures you will experience will do to this, but he's done his best to foresee the possibility of crushing.
Cool.
They do the warrior's handshake, wrist on wrist, and they part ways unless anybody else has any questions or observations for the blacksmith.
Not I.
Did we need him to do anything to the
I'm just gonna
smith
ask.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I just want to ask if he knows anything about the different colored tattoos for the.
Smart, Amon.
Mm-hmm.
He tells you, you're not thinking of joining up, are you?
Farthest thing from my mind.
He says that, I don't know how to explain it. I belong to a blacksmithing guild, right? I'm my own blacksmith. I've got my own team of blacksmiths, but every blacksmith in the world is also a part of the Brotherhood of Blacksmiths. So there are the Sons of the Seven, and they all report to an admiral, but each ship has its own captain, and each captain has his own crew. Colors are specific to a vessel. So while they are a overarching brotherhood, each ship will have its own captain who's responsible for his own crew. That captain only responsible to the head.
I'm with you, Happy.
Thank you. Thank you for the information.
Yep.
So, do they have different color? Sorry, I missed that. Different color tattoos based on their rank?
Not
No,
rank,
based
based
on,
on their affiliation.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, got it. Sorry.
Like McDonald's franchising.
Got it.
Kind of. He says the most commonly seen around here would be the burgundy red that belongs to Captain Ripper.
Ooh, I like his name. He sounds fun.
Sounds like he murders
He just deadpans like, no, he's not fun. He's a very unpleasant man who does horrible things to innocent people.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Blacksmith. Yes, it was okay. No, not even going to explain myself. Okay, cool.
Let's get going.
Where does this captain hang out?
Hang out? Likely he's on his ship. He comes and goes in his own schedule.
What's
I
his?
wouldn't know about that.
Are we going to take this guy's ship now? Because we do need a ship.
We do need a ship. I was just thinking it would not necessarily be a bad thing if it accomplished making it the Sons of Six and also acquiring us a ship.
We also
to be
don't know how
clear,
to sail.
he corrects you slightly by telling you that he loves your lust for murder, obviously, and a dead pirate captain isn't something he'd mourn. But you should know that they are named the Sons of the Seven for their mastery of the seven seas, not that there are 7 pirate captains.
I think we understood that.
Is that
That-
an important
Can
distinction?
we still
Yeah.
kill him? Like, what does that have to do with what we were talking about,
Yeah,
Mister?
Hoppy's still over there going, -1 is 6. Like, for the first time, you just got to go, yeah, you're right, bud. 7 minus 1 is 6.
That's how numbers work.
That is indeed how numbers work. He wishes Sari good luck. He wishes you all good fortune. And, he hopes to see you again. On his way out, he takes the opportunity to do one last jab or barb at Sari that you don't fully understand. But he goes, hey, hopefully second time's the charm, right? And she just gives him the finger on the way out of the blacksmith.
All right.
Possibly angered by that, or at least driven to motivation by that exchange, she's walking with a quicker than usual pace with a purpose, and just sort of hands Hoppy the giant satchel that contains all of the tessellated panels for the bathysphere for him to carry. Probably because of his enormous strength, but not with the usual politeness of "Would you mind?" More like just here.
While
I'm
we're
gonna
hold
scurry
on.
to catch up with her, and
No, stupid. I started talking first.
All right, children, let's behave.
No, just kidding. You go.
I just run to catch up with Sari. I'm like, what are we doing?
Yes,
Are
that
we
was
chartering a ship? Are we stealing a ship? We don't know how to sail.
She says,
You know who does know how to sail?
"You don't know how to sail."
Can you
Correct.
even swim, Hoppy?
Can I swim? No, I'm a freaking cow. But
Ooh.
that's beside the point.
what
I
is
was-
the point?
Well, I was gonna say that we could go and what we had just sent him. Never mind. I don't have. I'm dumb.
Just chafing against authority, like of her older brother. You don't know how to sail. That doesn't mean no one doesn't know how to sail.
Okay. I'm also going to catch up to them and be like, stop. I'm like, everyone stop. And this is when I throw a 16-year-old fit and be like, I am not going, nor are any of my siblings going anywhere else with you until you tell us what the fuck we're doing. This is ridiculous. I'm like, you disappear. You come back, this old crazy lady attached to some god. You're walking us around who knows where, doing who knows what. And we want to know what the hell is going on because I'm not following you anywhere else blindly.
She says, then you can stay here. I didn't need your help anyway.
Fine. And I'm walking away towards the echo.
She does like the big sister thing, looking to see who's going to pick sides, like making a step away from Renan to create space.
And as I walk away, I look dead ass in the eyes to Oni. Like, you better fucking walk with me or it is on right now.
I hate to say it, but I'm with Renan. If you don't tell us what's going on, can't follow you.
You agreed to help. I told you we needed to go to Kamenos so that I can see the Well of Fate again. It's the only way to achieve the mission that I've been sent here to complete. Do you know how to get to Kamenos?
It doesn't matter. I told you that I don't trust you, and if you're not going to tell me what's happening, I have no reason to trust you. You're not the sister that I knew.
She goes, you're right, I'm better.
Sorry, no one is better by themselves.
I'm just going to turn and walk towards Renan.
Backfiring, you stupid bitch. You better start talking. I'm just saying that into the meta.
Into the metaverse.
Mm-hmm.
Not sure like how this is going to go. Well, what more do you need to know? You agreed to help me. We're going to acquire a ship. We're going to sail to Caminos. I'm going to learn what I need to learn.
You
I'm
need
not
to tell us exactly what we're doing, and not just all this vague bullshit.
Why did he say
Or we're not
second
coming.
time's a charm?
Who knows why people say anything?
Nope.
Obviously, you know why because of your response. So, what happened last time?
She like plops down in a heap on the sand and just starts crying. Like
There she is.
the first time you've seen her as your little sister, sorry, not as this,
Raging bitch.
right, this
Mhm,
super
mhm.
person who seems to be better than everybody else. And like between sort of like gross nostrily sobs, she just tells you because she's already failed.
Then let's try something new. Obviously, what you did before didn't work. Let us help you. That's what we do. That's what we've always done. And you're being kind of ridiculous. We can be trusted and we're capable. So let's try something different and let's succeed this time as a family, as we
And
always
Renan
have.
pops back up, and because she's a waif and she appeared to storm off but really didn't, and she's like, is it so hard to just communicate with us? I'm like, that's not how we operate as a family. This is all we needed was for you to be vulnerable. Tell us how we can come alongside you because you can't do this alone.
She's choking back tears again and tells you that it's because she can't lose you, because she's seen a world where she lost all of you. That's the reason she looped other people in, why she trusted other people, and now they are all dead because of her. She can't risk that happening to you.
Well,
She
you
just
can't
needed
risk.
your help getting this far, and she was going to go the rest of the way on her own.
No,
Yep,
that's not how it works.
but you failed on your own last time. And we're just going to follow you, so you may as well let us help.
Yeah, and if you think I'm going to let you out of my sight again, you are sorely wrong.
So
The ruby on her waist, like, very quietly echoes, "She was not alone last time. Point of order."
Well, you've been a whole lot of help.
Yeah, I was going to say a lot of help you are, Horace.
So let's pick our ship, let's get our crew, and let's get on with it. Because the sooner we get this done, the sooner we get to go home together.
She polishes the stone at her hip, the ruby, and stands up and just says, we have come up with a plan, a well-crafted plan, a plan that probably won't fail, but I could use your help. I have set up a meeting on board the Prophet to purchase slaves. My plan was to borrow said ship after alleviating it of its captain.
Now, see, these are things that we can help you with. It's kind of what we specialize in.
That's my
We
core
like- We like killing captains.
So let's get going. You are singing our song.
So, what are we doing after we get on this ship?
Thank you,
What is all
Amon.
this for?
We will set sail for Kamenos.
But you don't know where Kamenos is, and the last time you tried to do this, clearly it didn't work out for you. So what is your plan?
She corrects you that she does know where Kamenos is.
I'm going to interject and just say, once we get the ship and we're on our way, will you tell us the rest of the plan?
She nods.
Screw that.
and
I want to know the
agrees.
plan now. Why
Amon,
are we going to the Well of Faith? I don't trust her.
She said the well is the only place, the only person that can tell her where to be next.
Where to be next? In what? I'm so
Or what?
confused.
She says, I don't mean to patronize you, but there's a complex web of history here that you know nothing about. Can you not just trust that the only way I can get access to a piece of information that I desperately need is to talk to the Well of Fate again?
As long as you understand that we have no reason to trust you. Since you've come back into our lives, you have been nothing but deceitful and secretive. So if you're asking for us to trust you, then the way forward is to not be so deceptive from now on. So can you agree to fill us in with as much as we can comprehend in any given moment and stop the secretive bullshit?
She agrees. Not verbally, but like a sullen sister might by just nodding her head yes.
Amon, I will go with her, and I am also hesitant to trust her, but if she can commit to what she's saying, and I will give her one more chance. Are you with us?
I thought my sister was dead.
I understand. She's not, and now we have an opportunity to get her back for good. But it seems like there's a little bit of a charade that must keep going.
A charade?
You're welcome.
I appreciate that. The ruby speaks again, and in response to Amon's latest comment, says, "In many ways, she did."
I'm trying to protect my whole family and not just the one. If
And
you're
the
taking
best
us somewhere to have us all killed, I need to know that it's going to be worth it.
He said that her only concern was not involving any of you because she was afraid she would be responsible for your deaths. It was only at my prodding and convincing did we even include you.
Right, but goodwill and are for nothing if she can't deliver. Like, it doesn't matter that she didn't want us to get involved. We're involved now, and if y'all are going to keep being assholes, then it's not going to work out for you. So
Sorry.
we've agreed to as much as we can agree to at this point.
Yeah, I just want to say sorry. Just promise me that this is worth it.
She tells you that it's worth everything.
Then let's go.
You're welcome for throwing a teenager fit and getting her to talk.
She picks herself up out of the dirt, dusts herself off, and sort of resumes the Wonder Woman facade and just asks you all if you will kindly follow her lead for the next 20 minutes. And after that, you can do whatever you'd like.
I'm gonna put my arm on. I'm put my hand on Hoppy's arm and say, "Let's go kill us a captain," and then follow her.
Maybe scum.
Okay.
Marching down towards the docks, there's a blockade. Well, not a blockade. What's the word I'm looking for? Like a checkpoint. Half city militia, half pirate retinue again, sort of a mixed force that's just stopped people from entering the bay where the ships are currently moored. You notice that the ships are mostly empty because a lot of the pirates have been conscripted into city forces to help subdue the riots that are happening in the city. You suspect this is all part of a larger plan. Whether that worked exactly as she had hoped or this is just really, really good fortune, hard to say. But it does seem to put you certainly in an advantageous position. They tell you at the checkpoint that no one is allowed down by the docks. Sari shows them a scroll of paper that is a slavery contract, and she explains to them that she had the Captain Ripper's word that she could come down and collect her goods now. That was a good time for him, and if they don't want her money, she'd be happy to take it to one of the other captains. They talk amongst themselves for a minute. They examine the document. and ultimately you guys are let past this checkpoint. The staircase that would normally take you down has been burnt to a cinder by one of our very own pyromaniacs. So instead, the coastal wall that separates from Tidal Surges the rest of the city, you now have to basically walk almost 100 yards all the way around that coastal barrier and then down like a sort of handicapped ramp access that switchbacks 3 or 4 times until you are down at the level of the sea. There's normally stone and wood constructed docks where the ships are docked. The second ship, the one that's basically in the middle, there's an empty dock, middle ship, and then a third ship on the far right. The middle ship is labeled the Prophet. That is the ship of Captain Ripper, and that's where she's directly headed. Do you guys have any preparatory thoughts or any ideas or any concerns?
There are 3 ships. How many can we see? Like lots of people on the other ships?
From this distance, you see only like 2 or 3 people on the deck of each ship.
Okay. Is there a sorry, we've got an opinionated 4-year-old up there. Is there a choke point between? How are the docks situated? Are each of them on their own dock, or are there 2 on a dock?
Let's move it to this map, and you can see. So you guys have walked down the stone walkway. The ship immediately next to where you are is the Prophet. There's an empty bay like this to the left of this map that isn't included in the map, and then you can see that there's a secondary ship docked in the other sleeve to the right.
Okay, got it.
Slip.
I'm just gonna kind of whisper to Renan, keep count of how many guards or soldiers there are, so we can just kind of spread out. And
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think I'll waif during this encounter to kind of make sure that we're not ambushed or more people aren't coming. I'm gonna try to find like a vantage point where I can see all of my people and all of the bad people's. If possible, I would like to do that.
From the dock here, you can see the entirety of the ship as well as everybody else. Do you want to find a spot on the ship?
Maybe just off the ship, somewhere where I could like hide in plain sight. If there's like barrels or something.
This secondary wooden gangway is like 4 feet below the wooden or the stone steps that you're on. So there could be a potential to hide here-ish.
Yeah, I'll hop down there.
Okay.
If that's cool with you.
What I was thinking is one of the things that the Knuckle of Knocking does is allows me to do double damage for destructing stuff. And I was thinking that maybe I could break the pier right here so that they couldn't get any. Get some. This is Mathis got a haircut yesterday. He's super cute. He's also super whiny because I won't turn on Minecraft till he takes a walk. Yeah. I was gonna smash the. I was gonna see if I could smash the pier to make it difficult for anybody to come when we start the engagement.
How will you get on the ship?
Well, I assumed that I would be standing here and break it here.
Oh, okay.
Because I assume this is a fairing or pylon or whatever it's called.
It is.
Yeah.
All right.
Does that so the concern is we should all be on this side at all possible, right? Well,
yeah, you have to
jump in.
If you're going to destroy the gangway, yeah, it's going to be hard to board a ship from sea level.
Yeah.
All right.
I say let's follow Sari onto the ship, and then we can kind of follow her lead on do.
Okay. Let's go.
We'll let her use her secret signs and nonverbal communication as she's trying to work out this slaver's contract.
She is the first one to the dock here, talks to these peoples. They part way and allow her on board the ship. You are allowed to come with her as retinue if you want to. Sorry, I didn't mean to move you. If you would like to stay behind, you can, but you're welcome on board the ship as like people that are going to help her manipulate and carry out the slaves she's purchased.
Yeah, I'd like to stay with her.
I'm already wafing, so.
Okay. The crew calls for Captain Ripper, who is currently below deck, but it doesn't take him long to emerge from a double set of doors here. And he takes a casual, leisurely walk up to like the aft castle of the ship there, so he's talking to you from a position of higher ground, as a dirtbag captain might. But tells you that he's very, very pleased to see that you've decided to make good on the contract. He was worried for a moment that there was some trickery afoot, or that perhaps he was going to have to come and find you and collect his payment. You do have the payment, yes? He's just like dancing his first two fingers on the pommel of his sword. She nods that she does, and she produces from her hands something you guys have never seen before. It is a bulging sack of gold.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
She's
Is it
been
a
holding out on
bulging
us.
sack, or is it actually like we can see that it's gold?
Like it is overflowing. Like there, like the tie on the lip of the bag can't even be cinched anymore. Like it is heavy and overflowing.
Cool.
She just throws it down on the deck.
I just side eye her.
Maybe just Draco and Amon notice that the bag did not make a sound when it hit the deck.
Yeah, it's some trickery shit.
He orders two of the crewmen that are here and here at the docks to go into the storage yard, which is the building here, and find the slaves appropriate for this woman's purchase order and make sure that she's on her way promptly. And they disappear into the building.
The slaves are not on the ship.
They are not on the ship. There's like, she sort of exchanges like that glance when it realizes like you guys probably should have come up with a go word.
Yeah.
But you could tell she's looking to start a fight just now.
She can poke me, but I will start moving back this direction, waiting for somebody else to start it.
Draco.
Yeah, I'm also trying to just move alongside the captain, just to kind of have a position to draw my sword and like surprise him.
And to signal the start of the fight, Draco is going to summon a flame orb here so that it starts burning the dock that they're attached to.
Well, we need our slaves, right? We're not just gonna.
Well, the
leave them.
slaves are
We're
on the
not-
ship, yeah?
They're not
No,
on the ship.
They're not on the
they're
ship, but we don't actually need the slaves. It's a ruse. So
Well, we also might need some help manning this ship.
Okay, I will not start a fire.
All right, then I'm gonna draw my sword really quickly on the captain.
All right, let's roll initiative as Happy has already begun, and we'll just go in turn order. That seems to be the easiest way to proceed with these kinds of things.
Whew, Renan.
That is a mighty big number. Renan, you observe everything that's happening. You can see everybody tense, like on your side of the team. They're getting ready to start a fight. You've seen it before. Is there anything you want to do?
Yes. Sorry, I'm trying to manipulate my screen to see better. So these are also goons out here, right?
Yeah, they've disappeared into that storage yard to like get the slaves that you've purchased, but they are around.
And this is the captain.
That is the captain.
And I am way below the ship's deck, so I can't really see him.
Like if he came to the edge of the ship, you could see and or shoot him. But if he's standing where he is, there's no line of effect for you.
Okay, I'm gonna jump back up here. Can I see him now?
Yeah, he like upper half of his body for sure.
Okay, and while he is caught off guard,
You could
may
also
I
lock the door.
may unlock what door?
Uh, lock those two in.
Yeah, maybe I could. That's a great idea. But right now, I'm gonna just shoot him. What? Not
With your
that.
dagger.
Sorry. No, I didn't mean to click that.
I load my
Um,
dagger into my bow.
I'd like to shoot him, but it probably does not hit.
Okay. It will hit. For two reasons. One, you were stealthily hidden, so this first attack before a combat starts will give you advantage on the attack. So you would roll an 18 and a 13. We'll say that the 18 hits, and just with the bow, because the attack roll is the same as a +6, and you do get to add your sneak attack. So I see 14 damage. Is that right?
Yep. And then after that, I will move to see if I can't barricade this door, like push barrels or something in front of the door that those baddies went into.
Okay. Boom. Renan with the opening salvo shoots the captain right in his shoulder, spins him around almost a full 360. He draws his saber. Everyone on the deck cry out, "To arms! To arms!" And yeah, you guys are now in pitched battle. Amon, it's your turn. Impressed by your
All right.
sister's shot, what are you gonna do?
I'm gonna try to do her one better. Shoot the captain. Oops.
Hit
Not supposed
for
to have
11.
advantage, but got advantage. I don't get hot roll advantage.
I mean, you could.
Also hit for 5.
And then
Hoppy.
I
sorry,
want
you got-
to move up the stairs to engage the captain melee.
Nice little pirate duel. Hoppy. Fight has begun. Amon is now saber dueling with the captain at the forecastle of the ship.
I'm gonna attack this guy.
Okay.
With all the things. 12 misses. Just 15 hit.
Both 12 and 15 miss.
Damn.
Mr. Draco's turn.
I was looking at his other spells to see what he's got and what I want to do. I really don't want him to get into melee, so I think he is going to Scorching Ray the captain.
2 hits, 5 and 9 damage total, 14.
14. Okay. And Wildfire guy is going to. One
You have
second,
to make the face though.
Wildfire guy. What happened? Oh, it said. I don't know what's happening. Flame seed on the captain. Oh, an
An
11's
11
not going to
misses.
do it. Okay.
All right. On the captain's turn, the first thing he does is call over to the side of the ship. Release the half brother. And
Oh,
then draws,
no.
starts rejoining Amon in sword slashery. From beneath the bowels of the ship, you could hear like a war drum start pounding in rhythm, and
Mm-mm.
you could hear the sound of chains clinking, locking into gears. Click, 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 and the large central bay of the ship here at the top begins to just part open, and you can hear a deep guttural roar from beneath the deck.
Okay.
The captain will make an attack. 2, in fact, against Amon.
Bring it on, bitch. Does that half brother of yours share a whore of a mother?
Oh, Jesus, Amon.
I love this shit talking. I think a 21 hits for 10, and I am certain a 7 misses.
I like that he's redirecting all of his anger at Sari into this poor captain who's like, oh, I was just trying to sell my slaves.
I was just doing my job, bro.
You left and didn't tell me. I don't know you.
You're not my sister.
It's your whore of a mother's fault.
Oh boy. The thugs descend. We're gonna do triple thuggery on Hoppy.
Triple thuggery. That sounds fun.
Okay. Miss. Ooh. And actually, you have advantage.
So I think the 15 misses. I think the 22 hits and the crit hits, right?
Yes.
So you turn the 8 into 4 and the 3 into 1. It's a total of 5 damage because it's just bludgeoning. And Oni, it's your turn.
You gonna roll on the table?
Oh shit, you're right. The damage felt so insignificant I didn't even really register it as a crit. Ooh.
Uh-oh, I don't like the sound
Don't
of
do that sound. Don't do that. That's just
This
rude.
Could
Don't.
be a lot of fun. I don't think there's a world where I succeed, but I do get to take the disarm action for free.
Oh.
I make my strength check and Mark, you oppose it with athletics.
Oh, you won't make it.
I roll an 18.
Fuck.
I don't have advantage.
Woo!
Do I have advantage?
Why
Do you have
would you?
advantage to disarm checks?
I don't know.
Do you have an inspiration token?
I have advantage on strength checks and strength saving throws. Is that?
That's not the same.
I actually might give it to him because athletics is technically just a strength skill check. It feels weird to lump grapple and disarm into that category, but I think I'm going to allow it because
Okay, cool.
it is a small guy trying to just grab the axe out of the hand of a giant minotaur who's raging.
Oh,
Seems like that shouldn't be successful.
Marco, you
I
got
also
the hot
have
girl
the
bonus.
scimitar. And...
Oh, Mark, you didn't know you were a hot girl.
Yeah.
You are.
Soft on those minces, I tell you what.
Oh, jeez.
I'll be right back, guys. Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah. So I see it more like the guys, like 2 of them are jumping on his back, and one of them's like, "Take his axe!" So the guy like jumps up, both hands, grabs the axe, and Hoppy just pulls him up.
No,
off the
it
neck,
makes sense.
Get
I liked your
off.
call, but
like,
he's just like, shoot, fly.
exactly. Oni, it's your turn. The cargo bay at the center of the ship is now almost fully open, and you can see like steamy hot breath in the cold air, like just starting to issue forth from the deck here, from whatever's in that cargo hold.
What is opening the cargo hold? Is it being pulled up by rope?
It sounds to you like a mechanical winch from below deck.
And can you do I see or do I know who triggered the winch? Like this guy moved into range with Draco. Is he the
Oh,
one
and
who
I didn't
triggered it?
attack. You're right. No. I forgot to attack with him. That's my bad. No, you get the impression someone below decks is turning a gear based on the sounds of the clinking chains and your limited knowledge of ships.
Okay.
But you can't see from where you are.
I'm gonna do like I'm going to draw both of my swords and do a cool like pirouette to get into combat with this guy.
Okay.
And I'm gonna try to kill him.
I like the
That's a good start.
ballet came
my
into
God.
play here.
Oh man, so close. So close to a
Wanted
perfect
3
game.
crits in a row.
And he will get a 20 and a 60 on the crit fail, the crit hit.
Okay. So because this has got me into trouble last time, we'll do them one at a time.
Okay.
The 28, definitely a crit.
Uh-huh.
He's definitely dead from 17 points of damage. Oh, actually, no, he's not. Okay,
What?
so he has 32 hit points, so he goes to 16 or 15, and then he gets a 20 on the table. The 20 on the table says, after your turn, move to the top of the initiative order.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mhm.
you'll be going again quickly here. The 30 kills him, and you rolled a 60. You are able to take the disarm action after your attack, and you can steal your opponent's weapon if you have a free hand, which you don't. Which is fine because he's dead. Now,
Then I'm gonna do
Technically,
have-
another
still steal it.
pirouette.
yep, for the 18, which
Uh-huh.
also hits and deals 10 points of damage to the new thug.
That's how we do.
1/3ing his life. Yeah, I don't want to take it away from you. If you want to attempt to disarm this guy, you can.
Can't I just have pirouetted into him and hit him and made him drop his thing because he was so surprised at how quickly I dispatched the other guy and then like spinned into him?
Easy, hot girl. I'm willing to let the dice decide that.
Okay. What am I rolling?
The same athletics check that stupid guy tried on Hoppy.
God. Easy, hot girl. You can't get away with murder.
I am not dropping my swords for any reason. So.
No, and he rolled an 8. So like as you like cut into him, he goes to raise his hand and like you just kind
Rule
of punch him in the
cool.
mouth with an offhand, and he drops his sword, and you kick it
Rule
off the deck.
cool. Yeah.
So now he's an unarmed thug. Okay, so quick intermission for a not Megan's turn. At initiative 0, the drums grow louder, and the remaining crew on the ship start chanting "Scar, Scar, 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 Scar."
Mufasa! 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 Sorry, I thought we were in the Lion King. Oh, God damn it.
A literal giant, an Etten, emerges out of the cargo hold. His left head is roaring painfully, almost like he's constantly in pain. He just crazily, with his weird eyes, stares at you and just starts smashing his lumbering mace on the deck of the ship, breaking portions of the ship as he goes. The left head is just a rotten skull.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
He emerges, sees Draco as the closest target,
Oh, no.
and will make his Morningstar attack.
Good
Y'all,
thing
I
you
don't
got
think...
the studded armor there, bud.
Oh, fuck. That's a crit.
That is a crit.
Oh, my
Ooh.
God. Is Draco dead?
I
Draco's
can save 6 points.
Please
or,
do that, probably.
I could save 6 points.
18. I see 32 damage. Is that right? No.
Ugh.
22.
42.
Minus the 6? Or does that
It's
include
36.
the minus 6?
Minus the 6 is a total of 36 damage dealt to Draco. He goes to 4.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Whew.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
His AC is less than 13.
It's 12.
It's 12.
With the +1 that his new armor just gave him.
Yeah, we're gonna have to talk about that. And I will roll on the table.
Excuse me while I look at healing spells.
Oh no.
No, don't
You are-
say it.
You are able to maneuver towards your opponent while attacking and harassing them. After your attack roll, I can choose to automatically succeed in grappling my opponent.
Oh Jesus. Well,
So,
yeah,
got great club in one hand, little baby Draco in the other hand.
this is not going well.
Okay, round 2 starts with Oni's turn.
Yeah.
Marco, I'm gonna have to leave the unarmed guy with you. I gotta deal with this guy.
Okay.
All right.
Hey, we'll take it. Oof. I'm gonna need you to hit now, sis.
Before I declare a third, I think I gotta take. No, I still have one more wall of steel. I was gonna say I think I gotta do Blade Ward cantrip, but let's just try to get him dead.
All 3
Let's
hit.
dead him.
I see 32 damage, is that right?
Yep, 32.
Oof.
I could kill him in one round.
The thug that you left the base contact with will get to make an attack opportunity. The unarmed one, I'm not even going to roll it.
Okay, yeah, I figured not.
It doesn't have advantage and a 14 misses.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm leaving them ticked for advantage because they will against Mark, but Renan's turn.
Yes. So first of all, has Renan found a way to like secure this door shut?
The
Or
door
blocked?
itself has a very crude iron lock, but like things that you're trying to lock inside a building, the keyway is accessible from the outside, not the inside. You don't have the key, but I think you could probably lock it with thieves' tools if you wanted to.
Okay, is that going to count as my action if I thieves tool it?
It will, yes.
Fuck.
That would also count as an action.
Don't tell me what to do with my box. Okay.
It looks like a
Instead,
box, but it's actually a crate.
I'm going to be a crazy ass bitch right now. First of all, you're not allowed to say that my box looks like a crate as the only person in here that has actually seen my box. Okay? Thank you.
I was trying to make an inside joke to the Cards
I
Against Humanity pack that we
understood the
have.
inside joke, but they
It was
did
pretty
not.
inside, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Jesus. I want to say so many things right now that are inappropriate. Okay, back to the game. She's going to be a crazy bitch and cunning action and just run screaming and jump on this fucker and yeah. Oh, no sneak attack because she's screaming. So just 9 damage. Sorry.
If you're jumping on the giant, is that what you're doing?
Oh, I'm jumping. I mean, like jumping near him, not necessarily on him.
Sure. You would get sneak attack if you want to apply it because he's in melee with a friendly.
Fuck yeah.
So I see
Yes.
17 points of damage.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's not right.
Why isn't that right?
I tried to make the machine do math for me, and the machine did not do math for me.
Oh.
I grabbed the wrong token. There he goes. I may have... You might want to check your hit points, because I think you were at full, and I think I may have hurt you.
I was not at full. I should be... Oh. Yeah. What did you do?
I don't know, but I think yeah.
I was at 29 of 39.
That seems fair.
Not 17, John.
It is a monster.
Right. Your mother was a hamster.
I would just like to say that there is a version of Cards Against Humanity, and there is a card set that is called Box, and every card is a stupid ass card about boxes, and one of the cards is a crate that looks like a box that's actually a box, and we have found that card to be very funny the entire time we've played Cards Against Humanity. Hence Caleb's fucking comment. Thank you.
Thank you for
That-
coming to the talk.
That's what I assumed it was.
Jesus.
You ruined my insults, and then I missed with my sword.
Well, that's a personal problem.
At least it takes 2 hands to wield.
Meta Pirate says, hot dog down a hallway. Do you see why that's a problem? Alright. Amon's done. It is Hoppy's turn.
All right, Hoppy, stab. Gore, gore.
Meg, do you remember what you hit on with these guys?
I don't. I do know that the 13 wasn't high enough, but my other 2 numbers were over 20, so they were too high
Oh.
to. Yeah.
Then I'm not going to do great weapon mastery. I'm going to start, however, with the dude that she already hurt, and I realize he's not. I'm hoping that I can kill him and use great weapon mastery to hit the next person.
Uh, 23 hits and 14 damage is not enough to kill him, but he is at 6.
All right. Well, I still have another attack, so go ahead and do that.
Hit. Unarmed dude
Kill.
is dead.
Okay. Next.
Also a hit for 14. Oh, right. And I'm assuming you're not moving, so it's Draco's turn.
Okay, since Draco is question before I take any stated action. Draco is currently being grappled by the dude. Can Wildfire Guy grab Draco's hand and fiery teleport with him away from the dude
Absolutely.
without taking any additional damage?
Correct.
Then that is what I am going to do. Wildfire Guy is going to grab Draco and take him as far away as possible, which is only 15 feet.
Yeah, I was like 15 feet, but yes.
But that's okay because that can
Better
drop
than
him,
nothing.
That can drop him right here, not in combat with anybody, bugging anything. And then once Fire Guy does that, they're hanging out over here.
I do feel the need to remind you to read Fiery Teleportation's text.
Yes, it does damage. One moment. Okay. Creature of your choice. Oh, because that's going to hit Renan. Right? Is that what you were telling me?
That's possible.
But I can't really move him anywhere because it's only 15 feet without hitting somebody.
Okay.
I mean, how much damage is it going to do to Renan? Because she can probably withstand it at this point. It's more
Each
important to.
Creature within a 5-foot radius, within 5 feet of
sorry.
the space, must succeed a dex saving throw against the spell save DC 15 or take 1d6 plus 3 in fire damage.
Oh, I thought it was more than that. I guess that's no reason to worry about it.
No.
I can do 1d6 plus 3.
But you and the
You can also
creature,
dex check.
you and the double-headed guy have to do a dex save of 15 or higher.
Fuck. I don't make my save, but that's okay.
Also, fuck.
It's 7
And
damage.
so that's fine. I'm glad he's alive. Don't tell Zach I said that.
Okay, and then he's going to cast Cure Wounds on himself as a level 3 spell.
Good touch.
So
Ooh.
if I click on that and do it as a level 3, he gets. Wait, what?
So you rolled 3d. You rolled healing word, not cure wounds, for whatever that's worth.
I
You
hit
said cure.
I hit cure wounds, and it says cast at what level, and I said 3. What the hell?
I like that you get 11 no matter how many times you roll it.
Okay, well, here's what I'm going to do, because it says 1d8 for each slot level above first, and it's 1d8 plus my spellcasting ability modifier, which is wisdom. Hold on. And that is a plus 5. Okay, so I get 3d8 plus 5. Is that correct?
Yeah, you can just use that. You can do that with the multi-dice roller macro, or you can just type /roll space 3d8 plus 5. After the game, I'll take a look at a sheet and why it thinks it's rolling something. It's
Okay,
not
he
rolling.
gets 19 hit points back. Okay, great. That seems more like what I was expecting. Yay! Draco's not dead. I didn't kill him. Woo! And he is done.
Good job.
I passed her.
Yeah. All right. Captain Ripper will continue the grand melee with Amon. Multi-attack to press his advantage. 2 long swords.
Oh God. Haha.
A miss and a
One
hit.
miss is stupid.
No. One hit.
Not you,
Great.
him. Not you, John. Him, Captain.
Him, Captain.
Stupid Captain.
Him
Look
captain,
at me.
not my captain.
I am the captain now. He tells you you've got strong arms. Perhaps you'll make a worthy slave once I've defeated you.
I'm gonna reduce that by 2d6. The first one.
Well, all of it. Oh, sorry. All but 2 of it. So you only take 2 points of slashing. You can give yourself 6 hit points back. Come on.
Sorry, I had to look at the turn order before
It is initiative 0, which is time for this guy to punch face. I did get stabbed in the back. I think he's going to slam each of you, Oni and then Renan. Oni first. This is Morningstar.
Ay, ouch.
I'm going to Wall of Steel my final time before we get a rest.
Wow, exacties.
Gotta do what I gotta
Please
do.
don't hit. Please don't hit. Please
And
don't hit me.
against Renan.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Start of round 3, Oni.
All right, let's do this. I wish there was something I could do to improve my hit thing.
Your hitbox.
My hitbox. Okay, let's do this.
Nice.
How'd we do?
Who are you attacking?
I'm attacking the big
fatty.
guy.
Yeah. All 3 hit.
Yeah!
9, 7, 16, 30 damage. Is that right? Almost.
I.
Literally 1 hit point.
Renan, finish him.
The Golden Lee.
I would love to, but please don't put the fate of the world in my arms right now. Okay, we're in melee. I have not moved. Please hit.
Almost done.
Nope. Fuck you. Stupid troll.
Do you want to reroll? Oh, I guess
I-
you already used your reroll. Sorry.
I already used my inspiration token. I should get rid of it. So no, unless somebody else wants to. What is that called? We don't have that in this game, right?
We don't have what?
Like where you can check a 10 or help your
somebody else in combat can provide the help action. It just gives you advantage at the cost of their action.
Hmm.
Generally speaking, not usually worth it.
Sorry, didn't go.
Oh, that's true. Help, harm, or heal.
Harm troll.
There's a troll in the dungeon.
I don't know what it is, but it's not a troll. But I want that to
It
happen.
is an Etten.
It's a scary bad guy.
At least we know
Good.
those hit.
Yep, and it is dead.
So
She
then,
go ahead.
well, okay, nothing. Keep going.
Blasting it in the one good head, sort of blowing out the back of its brain, gunshot victim style. It paws at the skeletal head that it has left a couple of times and then just falls backwards over the ship, splashing down into the water.
Spoosh.
There's like a mournful sigh that goes out amongst all the members of the crew because everybody loves Scar the half-brother. It looks like it is Amon's turn dueling the captain.
All right, you unwashed pig. Come on.
14 misses, unfortunately.
God.
I'm terrible at sword fighting.
17 matches.
And I'm going to use.
What? What's happening?
There's
I went through.
Amon has cut the pirate captain one good time, making him.
Sorry,
bleed
I'm trying to
his own
use. I'm trying to use Searing Smite, but my looking through.
If it won't link, you can just manually roll the dice too.
1d6. Awesome.
Okay, got that sneaky extra point in there.
Oh, that's why I wasn't going through.
I see. I have to make a con save.
Ouch.
Yeah.
Not your greatest moment for sure. You got him on the ropes though. He's bleeding and he's cut, and he sees that his muscle has been vanquished. He's far less chipper than he was a moment ago. I assume you stay where you are.
Yeah.
Hoppy, you have thugs.
I attack thugs. Without great weapon mastery. How does that do?
It hits.
Okay.
He is not quite dead.
Is he
Not
bleeding out?
quite.
Definitely kills him. He got better.
Okay, and one more for the other guy.
Also it, and 11 points marked. From the checkpoint, you can now hear the calls for alarm. You can hear several high-pitched whistles and 2 short blasts. It seems like your combat has not gone unnoticed here. And people are beginning to scurrying down those switchback ramps that you guys took the long way around to get here with. It is Draco's turn. But in very short order, you'll have a ton of company.
Now can I burn the... Oh, no, because we still haven't gotten our slaves. Right?
Well,
I can't
do we
burn
want
the
to go get them, or
doors yet.
you can? Probably have to fight 2 more guys to get slaves.
That flame seed was for this guy.
That is it.
And I am going to cast. Oh, I guess Scorching Ray, because that's the only thing that I can do this far away to the captain.
Regrettably, all 3 of those are misses.
None of those hit. Oh, well, I mean, he did almost
Stupid.
just die. So,
He's catching his breath.
yeah, he's a little off his game.
All right, Mon Capitan's turn. He uses his bonus action to blow the whistle. You can hear
No.
people in the storage yard begin to muster. There are people coming to the deck of the other ship and gathering forces. He makes his attacks against Amon.
We're in way over our heads here,
The
children.
23 hit for 10 points of slashing. And it is Oni's turn. Mark reduces that 10 by 6 for a total of 4 points of slashing damage to Amon.
So helpful.
You haven't tried to kill me recently. You'll notice Draco's on 1 hit point.
All right, it is exactly it is exactly 30 feet to get here, and I'm going to attack. Did Sari take a turn?
No,
Let's
sorry,
have
I
Sari-
keep forgetting. I gotta just put her on the turn tracker, I guess.
Can she can we have her like weigh in on where we get the slaves, because we got to get the ship out of port as quickly as possible?
She confesses that she had not planned to actually purchase slaves.
Yeah, I was like, I don't think that there was ever any intention of her having slaves.
Is
it-
she confident that we'll be able to manage this ship
What was
without
the
help?
noise?
She says that we'll have the blessing of Horus and that she herself has captained a ship before.
And I technically know how to work land vehicles. It's probably pretty similar. One has a steering wheel, the other one has a steering wheel.
Okay, do you want her to attack one of these 2? Maybe the captain?
Yeah, finish off the captain.
I will be a steel-killing fucktard.
It sucks because I literally just ran up here and could have just finished off the other guy.
Well, in classic Sari fashion, I might be able to do both because the 6 damage is enough to kill the captain.
Perfect. Okay, great. So she can kill
Enough to
the other one.
guy.
Done. Okay. I'm gonna run downstairs and see if there are other people below deck.
There are a couple of slaves chained to like a rowing deck. There would be oars that come out of the ship to row into and out of port. There might be more downstairs, but there's at least a handful of people in that sub galley.
Okay. I'm just gonna tell them, you're no longer slaves, but we need your help to get out of this port. Can you assist us?
The one guy that had banged the drums for the rise of Scar begins just drumming a rowing cadence.
Great.
And reluctantly, they just do the job that they've been whipped into submission to do. And the oars come out and they start just rowing very slowly. The ship is lurching out of its slip.
Then I'm going to run back upstairs and tell the group there are slaves below deck that we need to free, but they are going to help us get out of port. We'll deal with that and take their chains off once we get out of this mess.
Cool.
Get out of here. I want to have Draco light an arrow on fire so I can shoot it at the mast of the ship next to us.
Coming to you and conjuring flame.
The broadside of the barn is fairly easy to hit, so once the arrow is lit aflame, you have no problem putting it in the sail. It catches fire and spreads exactly like you hope it would. I mean, these things are not flame retardant yet. And,
What about the other boat?
what other boat?
There was only one boat and an empty slip.
That's just like a rowboat. It's meant
Oh.
to just go to larger ships that are not going to be docking.
Got it.
Sometimes you don't get a perfect image.
Understood. Yeah. All right.
Yeah, go
Can
ahead.
I go down and assist with the rowing to get us out of the?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
They make space for you and are surprised to see someone to come down and row like voluntarily. Yeah, in very short order, the ship is just like breaking free of the moorings and ripping out that gangway dock as the
Probably should
retinue
untie
of guards and people like arrive in time to just throw daggers and shoot arrows at the ship itself, but no one could close the 30-foot gap between the slip's concrete bay and the ship now as it's going out. You hear insults being levied against you that the Sons of the Seven will find you wherever you are. You've just made an enemy for life. You're gonna die. We'll skull fuck you. That all that kind of just piratey trash talking stuff that happens when you wrong a pirate gang.
Okay, I'm going to pick up the dead captain's body and throw it overboard.
No. Oh, Jesus. We're not making friends, that's
I
for
mean,
sure.
We've already not made friends, and I'm just gonna say, bring it.
Yeah.
As the body hits the water.
Should we
Ooh.
check it for
Sari
rooster?
uses her magic to amplify her voice, and
Sure,
she
I'll check
says,
it. I'll check
"Now
it first.
presenting Captain Chum,"
Okay.
as you pitch him in the water.
Nice.
Splish splash. And that's where we'll leave it. We'll pick it up here next weekend. As
Cool.
you guys are pulling out of dock here,
Nice.
leaving
Alright.
behind a burning slaver city.
That was amazing, and I
Sorry, we ran a
desperately
little
am
over.
in need of rest. So hopefully that will be a
Alright,
We
part.
will all be resting
Yeah.
for sure.
I'm
Yeah.
sure we'll have a short rest at least.
Hopefully, we have a long rest because we need it.
Yes. Yes, we do. I have used a lot of Draco spell slots.
Ugh.